with 4 games left to go in the regular season, the Red Sox magic number has shrunk down to 1 to clinch their first playoff berth since 2021. That could be down to 0 right now, but it's going to take a miracle as the Houston Astros, the team on the outside looking in right now, the Red Sox could clinch their berth with an Astros loss. However, the Astros at the moment are leading the A's by a score of 11-1, so it would have to take a pretty serious comeback here from the homeless A's out in Sacramento in order for that thing to happen. But the good news is when the magic number's 1, you have your own destiny in your hands, and the Red Sox do as they take on the Blue Jays here, the finale of this series at the Rogers Center, looking to sweep and looking to clinch their first postseason berth since 2021. Red Sox currently up 2 games on Detroit for the second wild card and 3 games up on the Astros for any playoff berth at all. Razor-thin margins right now to determine who will get that last playoff berth and also who will take the AL East and AL Central, with the Mariners having clinched the West with their win last night. The Astros and the A's in progress right now. Cleveland and Detroit will be getting underway a little bit later. The Guardians can clinch with a win or a Houston loss. Yankees and the Blue Jays are tied for first in the AL East. Yankees are looking to sweep the White Sox tonight, but we'll get to all of that later on in the Mass Mutual pregame show when we get to our Subaru of New England scoreboard update. Red Sox took a huge step in the right direction last night in Toronto with their ace Garrett Crochet on the mound. Red Sox bats got to Jays starter Max Scherzer early, an RBI double for the Macho Man Masataka Yoshida, and an RBI single from Romy Gonzalez, who are both playing out of their minds right now. Scherzer would settle down a bit after that, a rough first inning, but did go a couple innings after that without allowing any runs. Crochet cruised through the Toronto bats. Then in the 5th inning, the Macho Man struck again.
0-1. Massa swings and drives one high and deep into right field. Forget about it. Oh, baby, way gone for Yoshida. He is unbelievable against these Blue Jays, and it is 4-0 Red Sox.
Build the statue.
Will Fleming on the call there with Mike Monaco. Masataka Yoshida, again, what a tear he's on. Batting average, just to give you some perspective here, his batting average jumped from 240 to 260 in under a week. He's in the midst of a 5-game hit streak. In his last 8 games, he's recorded 13 hits and driven in 8 runs. That was his 3rd home run of the year, and that is your play of last night's game. It's brought to you by Nissan. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event. That was more than enough for Crochet, who scattered 3 hits through 8 shutout innings, striking out 6 batters. His last pitch sounded like this.
0-2. Here's the pitch, and it is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Oh, baby, Crochet with an enormous strikeout on the outside corner. What an exclamation point in a signature start for the Red Sox ace.
Garrett Crochet's regular season is over. His final numbers, fantastic. 18-5 record. That win total second only to Max Fried and the Yankees. 255 strikeouts, leads the AL, and his 2.59 ERA ranks 3rd behind Tarek Skubal and Houston's Hunter Brown. Going to be a long shot, but still an incredible debut season with the Red Sox for Garrett Crochet. Carlos Narvaez homered in the 8th inning, made it 7-0. Jays hit a garbage time homer off Peyton Tolley in the 9th, and there's your final. 7-1. Sox win, and with a Houston loss last night, they have shrunk their magic number down to 1. Tonight, Red Sox go for a sweep while the Jays try to plug the dam, which is currently leaking all over the place in the American League East. And that brings us to tonight's pitching matchup, which is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. For the Red Sox, Brian Bayo will make start number 28. He's 11-8 with a 3.34 ERA in the previous 27. This will be his 100th appearance of his career and his 97th start. He's not been great in September. He's 1-2 with an ERA of 5.85 in the starts that he's made. He lost back-to-back starts against the Yankees and the A's coming into tonight. He has not lost 3 straight decisions all year. He's also not been great against Toronto, but he was okay on June 27th when 6 innings allowed 3 runs. The Red Sox, though, lost that game 9-0. For the Blue Jays, Louis Varland, the right-handed reliever, will be getting the start here in a bullpen game. He has pitched 69 2/3 innings in relief this year and amassed a 3.1 ERA. Eric Lauer is likely to get the bulk innings behind him. Lauer has pitched last on Sunday. He's made 15 starts this year before getting moved to the bullpen. He's 30 years old, a right-handed pitcher, and he pitched in Korea last year. First pitch tonight is at 7:07, and it's brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777. Time now for the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. For the Red Sox, leading off in left field is Jarren Duran. He'll be followed by Trevor Story. At shortstop, Alex Bregman, your number 3 hitter and third baseman, followed by the cleanup hitter and the Macho Man himself, Masataka Yoshida, who is just killing it lately. Big home run for him last night with an RBI double. Romy Gonzalez will bat 5th and play 2nd. He'll be followed by Ceddanne Rafaela in center, Nathaniel Lowe at first, Rob Refsnyder in right field tonight for Wilyer Abreu. In the 8th spot, Connor Wong will bat 9th and do the catching. Carlos Narvaez out of the lineup tonight as well. Brian Bayo is your starting pitcher. For the Blue Jays, George Springer leading off in DHing. He'll be followed by Nathan Lukes in right field. Vlad Guerrero Jr., who has very good numbers against Brian Bayo, will bat 3rd and play first base. Addison Barger, your cleanup hitter and third baseman. He'll be followed by Anthony Santander in left. Dalton Varsho in center. Ernie Clement will bat 7th and play second base. Andres Jimenez, your number 8 hitter and shortstop. Number 9 hitter is Tyler Heineman doing the catching for Louis Varland. You can watch Red Sox pregame on YouTube. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on right now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up in about 15 minutes, Will Fleming sits down with manager Alex Cora. That's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. But coming up next, we'll have a chat with Mike Monaco, who's on the call tonight with Will out at the Rogers Center in Toronto. I'm Christian Arcand. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
Running a business means I wear lots of hats. Luckily, when it's time to put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn to make it easy. I can post a job for free or pay to promote it and get 3 times more qualified candidates. Imagine finding your next great hire in 24 hours. 86% of small businesses do. I can also easily share my job with my network. No other job site lets you do that. Plus, I can manage everything all in one place. Post, match, hire, done. Post your free job at linkedin.com/skill. That's linkedin.com/skill. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you. The finale of this 3-game set. Last road game of the regular season for the Boston Red Sox as they look to complete a sweep of the reeling Toronto Blue Jays. And joining us right now out in Toronto is Mike Monaco, who's on the call tonight with Will Fleming. Mike, how are we doing tonight?
Christian, we're doing well. Reeling is a good word to describe what's going on with the Blue Jays. They have a lot of questions, even though they know they're going to be in the playoffs. And, yeah, is today the day? You certainly, I think, selfishly, would have hoped that the Astros would take care of business, and so they've done their part, at least so far today.
Well, let's hope. I mean, I'd hate to be a club in Toronto tonight when they see you and Will Fleming coming after a big win here, because that's going to be.
Hey, listen, no cover for Monaco and Fleming. By the way, I hope you brought champagne to the booth there at EEI so that you and Braverman can celebrate if the Sox get it done.
Absolutely, and I plan on doing that as well. Let's talk about Garrett Crochet, who was fantastic last night. Any thoughts of him maybe tiring down here at the end of the season? It's pretty safe to say he put those to rest with his performance.
I would agree, and they've lined it up perfectly for him to get what the numbers would say is the preferred days of rest for him headed into Game 1 of a potential wild card series. He was awesome again. He was equal parts, I thought, dominant and efficient at the same time. Blew away Vladdy with 99 on the inside part of the plate. That was, for me, one of the pitches of the night. He was so fun to watch. He was that good. He's been that way all season long, and I thought a fitting end to his regular season. And then he said everything post-game that you would expect from him as well, Christian, saying that, I don't plan on this being my last one this year, and, I hope we're playing for another month.
Certainly. Would you say he's the best Red Sox pitcher since who?
Good question. Man, I'd have to think about that. Let's not forget how good Chris Sale was right at the beginning of his tenure, and 300 strikeouts, that's pretty obscene. It's the lowest ERA for a Red Sox pitcher, I believe, since Derek Lowe in 2002 in a regular season. I think Derek Lowe had a 2.58 that year, and Crochet finished with, a 2.59 or so. So, yeah, it's about as good as you could hope for. And we said this last night. It's even better than you could have hoped for when the trade was made on December 11th. But, yeah, I'm not too willing to forget what Chris Sale did at the beginning.
Very good. All right. Let's talk about these potential playoff matchups here. I know we don't want to put the cart before the horse, but it does seem like with a magic number of 1 and 4 games left to go, this isn't being too out of bounds. Who do you think the Red Sox at this moment, outside of maybe Toronto, because they're kicking their butt right now, but who do you think they match up well against?
It's a good question. I think, just in terms of all the teams still in it right now, the Tigers are struggling, and they have Tarek Skubal, but the Red Sox approached him pretty well when they faced him in May in Detroit. I think they have questions elsewhere on that roster, so I'd be curious to see what the Tigers look like in the postseason. The Astros have been struggling as well. Losers of 5 straight headed into today, trying to finish it off against the A's right now. The Yankees would be really fun just from the entertainment factor of it. But if you could avoid them in terms of matchups, yeah, I think that's to a benefit. The Blue Jays right now, man, they got a lot of holes. Without Bo Bichette, they don't have Chris Bassett either. And if they end up in a wild card series, Chris Bassett, who's been a reliable starter for them all season, is unavailable for the wild card series as well. Put him on the injured list a few days ago with a back problem, and they tried to time it out in terms of number of days so that they knew he'd be back for the ALDS. Well, now you might be playing in a wild card series. Also, Toronto might be faced with a situation where they might want to throw Kevin Gossman on Sunday, and if that's the case, that's an interesting proposition as well. So I guess I kind of stack it up that way. Cleveland's, red hot. They scare me. Seattle's pitching scares me. Feels like there's something kind of magical with Cal Raleigh and that team. So that's just kind of how I would assess the rest of the AL.
All right, Monaco, I believe it's going to be Fleming and Middlebrooks for the last 3 games. So if this is your last regular season game here, what has been your highlight of the season calling these games?
I think, well, that's a great question, and thanks for allowing me to reflect.
Of course.
It's been a really fun team. I think star power for me defines this team, even with all the injuries, the unexpected trade, of course, of Devers. But I think the stars of this team, for me, have carried them. Crochet, Chapman's been better than you could have hoped for as well. Bregman, yeah, not the same down the stretch, but let's not forget he came back, 5 weeks earlier than expected from the injury as well. He was so good the first few months of the season. Story kind of reclaiming his spot as a star in this game. I think for me, that's what I'll remember about the makeup of this team. And then a ton of fun personalities and great role players and great young talent on this team as well. And guys who stepped up and contributed over different stretches of this season. Guys who tinkered and found things like Giolito and Bayo over the course of the season. But I guess for me, the defining, makeup of this team comes down to its stars.
Certainly. And you mentioned role players. I want to ask you about one role player in particular who played his way into a very important core player in this lineup. He had a bunch of great plays defensively last night, too, and that's Romy Gonzalez, who's almost hitting 400 here over the last 3 weeks. He has been an example, I think, of this team and the way that they started off being, a little uneven, little 500-y, but now at this point in the season, they are almost comfortably in this playoff role, and Romy Gonzalez has been a huge part of that as he has made himself really invaluable in this lineup.
Yeah, he made a really nice play, one of those that you're talking about, behind the second base bag last night on a short hop pick. Alex Cora got asked pregame about Romy, holding his own was the framework of the question against right-handed pitching. And Alex Cora was like, it's more than holding his own against right-handed pitching. And he kind of made an offhand comment like, Romy Gonzalez is the 5-hitter on the Boston Red Sox right now. And I kind of stopped and, you think of him platooning and, yeah, he's been getting more chances against righties. But, yeah, I mean, he's the 5-hitter in this lineup going into the postseason. He's been awesome. And what a cool story. I mean, that's another one of the best moves of the last few years. Being told you're not good enough to play for the Chicago White Sox, and then to do this the last few years is pretty incredible for Romy Gonzalez. I think he's really taken to Rob Refsnyder. A great athlete, ton of raw, natural ability, and been really fun to watch him put it together.
Mike Monaco, it's been a lot of fun talking to you all season, but we look forward to the call of the game tonight. Hopefully we're popping champagne later.
Christian, it's been my pleasure as well. Thanks for all our pregame chats this year. And, have fun celebrating. Be responsible with Joe Braverman.
Absolutely. I wouldn't lead him astray. You'd never see that for me, Mike. That's Mike Monaco. He's on the call with Will Fleming tonight. Couple of party animals out there in Toronto as the Red Sox looking to clinch here tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and hear from Alex Cora, which is brought to you by our New England Ford dealers. He sat down with Will Fleming, and that's coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
When evaluating potential hires for your small business, it's essential to look beyond resumes. Sure, a candidate may appear impressive on paper, but understanding the person is crucial. LinkedIn, the world's largest professional network, provides a complete view of your candidate's skills, experiences, and interests. With LinkedIn's up-to-date data, you can be confident that you really know who you're hiring. Post your free job at linkedin.com/skill. That's linkedin.com/skill. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
DSW, birthplace of the humble brag. Here, the shoes are so good, no one would ever know how little you paid, if you didn't go telling everyone, that is. And with never-ending options for every style, mood, and occasion, all at really great prices, we'll definitely give you something to brag about. So go ahead, stock up on fresh sneakers from your favorite brands, or try those boots you always secretly knew you could pull off. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Power up fall projects with Ego at Lowe's. Every tool delivers power beyond belief. So whether it's leaves, limbs, or lawn cleanup, count on Ego to deliver the power, performance, and innovation you need. And now for a limited time, save up to $60 on select blowers, chainsaws, and pole saws. Shop Ego today at Lowe's. Offers valid through 10/1 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
This week on Celeb News, the Hollywood glow-up you never saw coming. It's DirecTV. They're shaking things up with flexible options that fit any kind of taste and budget. They only look like $1 million, baby. They got packs with live TV and streaming for one sexy low price. Slay! Wait, DirecTV is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. New residential customers. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Credit card and restrictions apply.
Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you as the Red Sox and the Blue Jays play the third and final game of this three-game set at the Rogers Center. Red Sox looking to sweep, and in doing so, looking to clinch their first postseason berth since 2021 when they went to the ALCS. Before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora, and Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by our New England Ford dealers and the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Here with manager Alex Cora is the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
Finale in Toronto and an enormous opportunity for the Red Sox with the manager, Alex Cora, win and in. It looks like the Astros are kind of handling their business in the finale there, so it's on your team. If you win, you're in the playoffs. How happy are you with the way these first two have gone?
It's been great, and we put ourselves in this position, and we expect to go out there and play the brand of baseball we've been playing lately. Make contact, run the bases well, and pitch well. If we do that, we're going to be in a good spot.
Massa has just been fabulous here. I mean, Narvaez has had big swings both nights, but how about Massa and really like the 10-day stretch that he's on?
Yeah, he feels good. And, people forget that he had major surgery in the offseason, and it takes a while. And little by little, he's been able to add stuff to his program, pregame, and as far as, trying to make adjustments, and you can see it, And, we talk about experience and lack of experience in our roster. He's one of the most experienced guys in this roster, He's won it all in Japan. He's been a world champ with the national team, and, he's a veteran, and he understands what it takes to win, and he's doing an amazing job.
You made that point about Lowe as well. Do you think that really does factor in? Are you able to, you lived it. I mean, does it help you if you've been in the fires before to kind of slow the heart rate a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you saw what happened on Sunday with Nate, and then the next day he came here, worked on his thing. He didn't panic and did an amazing job. So experience matters, but at the same time, youth helps too, it brings energy, and, not too much thinking about whatever is going to happen tonight. Just go out there and play.
Narvi, another huge swing. And he's had some this week and this series. He told us last night he took a moment to kind of reflect on how proud he is of the journey he's been on. I know you share that with him.
Yeah, I mean, a good player, made some adjustments lately. He's been on time with the fastball, which is great. He's using the big part of the field again, like early in the season, and behind the plate, he's been great, and I'm glad that he's working out for us. Of course, tonight he's not catching because Wonger has Bayo, but he'll be ready. We can use him against lefties later on in the game. He's always prepared. He's been very consistent as far as his preparation, man, and that makes me proud.
Crochet, I mean, that was his last regular season start. When you look back at the season that he had and what he meant to your team, you always talk about the work ethic, the preparation, but how about just now that the regular season is in the books for him? Just a few words on Garrett?
Amazing. I think that's the word, very consistent with everything. Great teammate, understands what an ace needs to do, to set the tempo for the season and for every series, and a guy that, his ceiling, I don't even know where his ceiling is at, it's interesting because he keeps evolving, he's very versatile, and the more he pitches, the better he's going to be.
Seems like in these big moments, whether it's against the Yankees or last night, he relishes that big stage. Doesn't that really encourage you for what it might look like with him on the mound next Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in the big leagues, and that's what they do, right? Fried, Scubal, Crochet, they are who they are, and he's going to be ready, but first things first, we got to take care of business, make sure we get there first, and then, we'll get him ready for game one.
I know your team goals are primary to you. Isn't a start like last night for Garrett, shouldn't it really, really make it a close call? Doesn't he have a great, compelling case to win the Cy Young in the American League?
They both do, and probably more than that, and the voters will vote, right? They've both been very dominant, and let's see what happens, but he has a case.
How about Bayo? It's not been as steady for him the last few times out. What has gone on this week for him, and how big a spot is this for him tonight?
We got to throw strikes. That's the most important thing. Get ahead, stay ahead. That's what has happened the last two or three. We've been erratic and inconsistent. So, always strike one. He has good stuff. The velocity is up there. So that's what we've been talking about the whole week.
I know you're talking about first things first, and that obviously matters most. Would it help you with the playoffs starting next Tuesday to have the next three to kind of plan and rest bullpen guys and really set everything up?
100%, but the one thing we can control is tonight. Just go out there and win, and if it doesn't happen, be ready for tomorrow. But the rest will be great if we have that luxury. But they're playing for a lot over there too, just like us, and it should be a great game.
Abreu out, Ref Snyder in. Some signs yesterday, I thought, from Willier. What have you seen from him these few days?
Yeah, I did a good job. I mean, tough matchup on Sunday. The whole DH thing he didn't like, and he's back to playing right field, playing well. Got some pitches down in the zone, put some good swings on it. The night before, he took a 3-0 pitch away, which is great, So the more pitches he sees, the better he's going to be.
Have you ever been a part of a game that ends like that on a line drive to right, an out made at first base?
Never seen it, but it's just a good baseball play. Understanding who the runner is, He got a true one hop and did an amazing job with the play.
Last one, you've been in that room today. I know guys smell the finish line. They smell October. What's the mood with your group?
We're good. We've been really good the last month. Nothing has changed, and they're preparing. They're talking baseball, which is the most important thing.
I hope you smell like champagne in a few hours. Thanks so much, Alex.
Hopefully.
Alex Cora there trying to keep an even keel, but you can feel the excitement as the Red Sox now just one win away from punching their ticket to the postseason. You can watch Red Sox pregame on YouTube, by the way. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on right now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show, we'll take a look around the Subaru scoreboard update. We'll also have our lock of the game, and we will have the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-minute grill with Rob Bradford. That's all coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
When evaluating potential hires for your small business, it's essential to look beyond resumes. Sure, a candidate may appear impressive on paper, but understanding the person is crucial. LinkedIn, the world's largest professional network, provides a complete view of your candidate's skills, experiences, and interests. With LinkedIn's up-to-date data, you can be confident that you really know who you're hiring. Post your free job at linkedin.com/skill. That's linkedin.com/skill. Terms and conditions apply.
Getting on the network America relies on is easy when you come into your local Verizon store. Come check out their latest deals on phones, accessories, and so much more. From shopping to support and everything in between, it's your one-stop shop to get it all. And when you switch to Verizon, you choose what goes into your unlimited plan and save on what you need. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. Visit your local Verizon store to speak with a rep and save big today.
So, I made the new Eggo protein waffles the other day for my kids, and they couldn't believe how good they tasted, or that they were packed with protein. They have the same great Eggo taste we all know and love, plus 20% of your daily protein. They seriously taste amazing. Whether it's part of your breakfast before school or a quick bite before practice, new Eggo protein waffles and pancakes are an easy way to keep everyone happy. Head to your local grocery store to fuel your morning with Eggo protein waffles and pancakes, available at retailers nationwide.
I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or DSW.com.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
United Healthcare nurse Crystal checked in on a patient.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell in her voice that she was struggling.
Crystal knew she needed help.
And I knew that this is very serious. This is like septic. This is life-threatening.
And she knew just what to do.
And I called the hospital and said, she's coming in, here are her labs.
And got her the help she needed.
I see my role at United Healthcare as a life-saving role.
Hear more stories like Crystal's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
Red Sox review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Christian Arcand here with you as the Red Sox and the Blue Jays finish off their series tonight. Red Sox looking to sweep and punch their ticket to the postseason. It's time now for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford. It's presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Craig Breslow was part of the 2013 World Series team, but you may not know that he also has a ring from 2007, and he did not have to do very much to get it.
There's no human being on the planet I'd rather be talking to right now than Craig Breslow for the 2-Minute Grill, in large part because he has the greatest story, which I've never heard before, about why he has 2 World Series rings and not just one. Please elaborate.
Well, I have 2 World Series rings because I was part of 2 World Series championships teams, but the 2013 one seems to, it's pretty well known. But in 2007, I was a minor leaguer with the Red Sox. It was the last day in August, and I was playing for the Pawtucket Red Sox. And as is customary, some of the PD brass was in town. I think it was maybe Mike Hazen at the time. I think he was the farm director. Called me into the manager's office. Ron Johnson was the manager, beloved Red Sox fixture, RJ. And he explained to me that, it was the next day would be September 1st. There was a young pitcher that was making, I think, his second big league start. The bullpen was beat up, and they were concerned about coverage. They went into this long explanation as to why it made sense for me to go to the big leagues. I felt like interrupting and saying, like, it's September 1st. You could bring up, 40 guys if you wanted to. There's really no explanation needed. But nonetheless, they made it very clear that, this was a special set of circumstances that warranted my promotion. They didn't know how long it would be. They didn't know if this would be, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Again, I'm thinking in my head, like, it's September. There's really no need to put a cap on this. But so anyway, I get in my car. I drive up to Boston. It's a 45-minute trip or whatever it is. And Clay Buchholz threw a no-hitter on September 1st,
They did not need
2007.
you.
So not only did they not need me, but they didn't need anybody else in the bullpen. And after the game, I was promptly returned to AAA, I think earning me the distinction as the only player ever to get a September call down.
And you were never to be seen again you weren't seen before, and you were never to be seen again for that 2007 team. Yet, when they come, you're probably not even thinking about it. You're watching the World Series at home, but they say, hey, congratulations, you got a World Series rings? Is that
Yeah, I think it's Jack McCormick who reached out to me and asked me for my ring size, and I still didn't put all of this together. And then I realized that, wait, there was a chance I was getting, a World Series ring. It was very generous of the organization to give me, who had never set foot on the mound, for a major league game in 2007, a World Series ring. I was even invited to go to the White House. It was an invitation that I declined, given that I didn't actually ever play with that team.
It's a great story. And again, every time that I come across a story which I didn't know, I relish it, so thank you.
That was Rob Bradford with Craig Breslow and the 2-Minute Grill. It's time now for the Subaru Scoreboard Update, brought to you by Subaru of New England. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Some finals to tell you about, including the one that I'm sure you're most interested in. Unfortunately, it's not good news. The Astros snap a 5-game losing skid, beating the A's by a final score of 11-5 at Sutter Health Park. Astros avoid a sweep and avoid getting knocked out of the postseason picture for now anyway. The magic number is still 1, so a win for the Red Sox tonight, and that will eliminate Houston. But as far as right now is concerned, they are staying alive, at least living to fight another couple hours. Some other finals to tell you about, like the Twins, who scored a 4-0 win over the Rangers. The Orioles, 6-5 winners over the Tampa Bay Rays. Byron Buxton, by the way, a pair of home runs for the Twins in that game. As the Rays, by the way, losing tonight, have now ensured another losing season, their second in a row. The Reds with a 2-1 win over the Pirates. They now close to within a half game of the Mets for that last wild card spot. Dodgers got a pair of home runs from Freddie Freeman, and home run number 54 on the year from Shohei Ohtani. They blanked the Diamondbacks and Jalen Beeks by a final score of 8-0. Couple of games in progress. Phillies up 1-0 over the Marlins, top 3 in Philadelphia. And in Cleveland, the Tigers trying desperately to stop the bleeding. They've lost 8 in a row and have been usurped now by the Guardians. They lead 1-0. It was Jahmai Johnson with a leadoff home run for Detroit to put them on the board early here. We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. It's 7:05 start time in the Bronx for the Yankees and the White Sox. Davis Martin and Carlos Rodon will be your starting pitchers there. Yankees looking to sweep. The Cubs will host the Mets 7:40 start time there. The Mets lose, and they're in a tie with the Reds for that last wild card spot. Angels and the Royals getting underway at 9:38. The Mariners clinched the AL West last night with a win. They will look to keep on winning here and finish strong against the Colorado Rockies in Seattle tonight, and that is the last game there on the schedule. It's time now for the lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. My lock last night hit in the first inning, which doesn't happen very often. Usually they don't hit at all. But last night, Masataka Yoshida got those 2 bases in the first inning. I am going to make a lock tonight that we won't know until the end of the game. But that is just a very simple Red Sox money line victory. Brian Bayo on the mound, a bullpen game for Toronto, and everything on the line. The Blue Jays super tight right now, not playing very good ball, and the Red Sox are finding it now. And Masataka Yoshida is just crushing the ball in Toronto. So that is going to be my pick right there. And finally, every game we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. You can listen for that during the broadcast today. And if you go on Twitter at SoxBooth, you can answer the question yourself. What chances do you give Garrett Crochet to win the AL Cy Young over Tarek Skubal? You can go and vote right now on Twitter at SoxBooth. I'm Christian Arcand. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. First pitch coming your way next, right here on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Deborah had to have surgery.
I had hip surgery in November of 2024.
Her United Healthcare nurse, Crystal, checked on her.
We do a routine call after surgery, and I could tell that she was struggling.
Deborah needed help.
My infection markers were through the roof.
And Crystal knew what to do.
I called the hospital and said she's coming in.
And got Deborah the help she needed.
Crystal and United Healthcare saved my life.
Hear more stories like Deborah's at UHC.com. Benefits, features, and/or devices vary by plan area. Limitation and exclusions apply.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you, the gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Hey, hello. Listen to my voice talking to you about the new Old Spice NFL collection at Walmart. Now listen to my smell. I smell like NFL stars Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley, CJ Stroud, and George Kittle. I smell like greatness. Why? Because I'm wearing Old Spice's new NFL collection. How can you put the greatness of the NFL into a smell, you ask? You can't. But Old Spice can, and they did. Smell like Suntal and Speed, Driftwood and Drive, Sea Ties and Toughness with the Old Spice NFL collection available at Walmart. Smell like the greatest smell in the NFL with Old Spice.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is Red Sox Baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, quickly, it's over. And the Red Sox win. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Red Sox win again.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike 3, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist.
Well, they just yelled at and A-Rod are having words, and now they're in a fight.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Roman reigns supreme.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Mike Monaco.
In the shadows of the CN Tower on a glorious fall evening in the capital of Ontario, we welcome you to the Rogers Center, where tonight there is champagne on ice. The Boston Red Sox play the finale of a 3-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays, and with a win tonight would clinch their first postseason berth in 4 seasons. They will send Brian Bayo to the mound, looking to sweep this set from the reeling Blue Jays, who go with a bullpen game here this evening, beginning with Louis Varland. The Sox have had a thrilling couple of days here in Toronto, and for the first time they'll play in open air. And one of the great scenes in Major League Baseball, Sox and Jays with everything on the line. Wildcard berth can be secured tonight. Along with Mike Monaco, I'm Will Fleming. Mike, there's a palpable energy here. People, I don't want to talk about it out loud too much, but we were in the clubhouse before the game. There is champagne around the corner. I mean, the preparations are being made. It's been a long ride, a long way, and a long time coming for the Red Sox, and a chance to do something really special tonight.
Comes down to this, and you've got other chances beyond today, but the Astros did get a win out in Sacramento that just wrapped up a few minutes ago. They beat the A's, so Red Sox aren't going to get in by virtue of the Astros losing before they even throw their own first pitch tonight in this matchup with Toronto. They've played great the first couple of games of this series. They played really well on this road trip. Can that continue? And can Brian Bayo regain the form that he had for multiple months this season to pitch them there? And that'd be fitting in many ways with the growth that he's exhibited all season long, especially over these last 3 months. But yeah, I mean, it comes down to tonight and a chance to clinch with a Red Sox team playing really well against a Blue Jays team that is reeling.
In some ways, it's a good thing. The Red Sox have got to win their way in. It would have been a little strange to get in with the Astros losing today. It's all on the line tonight. Time now for our national anthems, brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. You'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
John Blendon, thank you. One of those nights that it is all about. If you love this game and this team, a chance to get into the postseason and a beautiful scene setter here at the Rogers Center. It is filling in on this Thursday night. Traffic can be an issue in downtown Toronto. I think with so much on the line, it should be a nearly capacity crowd. But again, Bayo on the mound for the Red Sox. He has not pitched great of late, nor in his career against the Blue Jays. But Toronto, rather than going with Shane Bieber, they're going to send out the bullpen today. So 6, 7, maybe 8 pitchers is going to take the mound for John Schneider and the Blue Jays. On paper, anyway, a pitching edge for the Red Sox. As Mike told you, the Sox could have clinched a berth. Their magic number is 1 had the Astros been swept by the Sacramento Athletics. However, they won their game today big and went to Framber Valdez. He delivered, so the Astros hang in there. And now the Red Sox need to win this one to assure themselves a playoff berth. It is tough time for these Blue Jays. They had a 5-game lead a couple of weeks ago for the American League East crown. They're now tied with the Yankees. Yankees again conclude their series with the White Sox, weather permitting. It is an awful weather day, as you well know, back in New England and up and down the eastern seaboard. So we'll track things as the Yankees look to conclude their series with the White Sox. And here the Sox north of the border looking to get this thing done right here and right now. Sox in the road grays, Blue Jays in the white pants, royal blue tops, and their fan base is a little uneasy with the way things have gone here over these last few weeks. The roof is now open. When we got here, just like the first 2 days, a chance of rain in the area, and we played under the dome the first 2 games. Mike, I think when the roof opens here, it's one of the great scenes in baseball, and I think it's fitting for a night of this magnitude that they decided to pull it open.
Yeah, the skyline peaks around different parts of this ballpark, and specifically, as you said, the CN Tower down the right field line. It's a pretty cool scene and a nice change of pace to the first few days here. It's been dreary weather up here in many ways, like you said, as it is back home. But you got some blue skies right now before the sun sets, and Brian Bayo is getting ready to go for the Red Sox. And, yeah, it's a bullpen day. You didn't necessarily expect that from Toronto. How things have changed for them. Shane Bieber doesn't go. He gets pushed back a day. He's now in line for a potential Game 2 wild card series start on what would be a normal 4 days of rest for him, and they're looking for answers in terms of their pitching. So, I mean, you could see 7 different pitchers in this game for Toronto tonight. We'll see how the Red Sox fare in that regard. Alex Cora said it to you. Get guys on base, run the bases well, good pitching. That's been the recipe on this road trip. And, yeah, the big question in that is, can Brian Bayo continue what the pitching has done already, what Crochet did last night, but for him, get back to the form of a few months earlier this season.
And, of course, a couple of times last night, the Red Sox hit the ball out of the ballpark. Narvaez and Yoshida. And Massa has just been a revelation these last couple of weeks. Alex Cora has stuck with Massa through and through. And all of a sudden, he's in the cleanup spot again, and he is really rolling offensively.
Alex Cora keeps talking about how Massa's in a better place physically, and I think those tea leaves are there to be read, that Massa's able to do more over the course of a day, doing more early work, and I think just feeling better physically, and he's hitting balls a lot harder. He's been more aggressive early in counts, and we're seeing Massa really step into a nice middle-of-the-order bat here. Romy Gonzalez is holding down the 5 spot in the lineup as well. I mean, he's your 5 hitter for the Red Sox, and this is the 8th time of the last 9 the Red Sox have faced a right-handed starter that Romy's in there. I mean, he is an everyday guy right now for this team in the middle of the order as well.
And he has really earned that spot. Brian Bayo leaves the Red Sox bullpen on the right field side. He'll take them out of the bottom of the first. Sox have struck first in each of the first 2 games of this series. We got the lineups and so much more. But first, let's take a 10-second station break on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming and Mike Monaco, Toronto, Ontario, the Rogers Center. The Sox look to get into the postseason tournament with a win here tonight. You know it's a big night when the owner is here. John Henry flew in this afternoon. Mike Gordon, Sam Kennedy, Craig Breslow all here. And speaking with all of those guys on the field before the game, they don't want to put the cart before the horse, but there is a sense of pride, Mike, with some of the bold moves they made all season long. The off-season acquisitions, beginning with Crochet and Bregman and Chapman and Wilson and so many others, Narvaez. To have it here on the precipice of a clinch, this is a big spot for this ownership group and most of all for the players in that first base dugout.
Yeah, and that group should feel proud of the job they've done. And they've said it at different turns. Sam Kennedy has said, like, you got to go out and do it. You can say what you want, and you got to go out and do it. And they've done it as a front office, as ownership, the players, the coaching staff. Alex Cora have done it as well. And now try to punch your ticket tonight. You got a few more of these. You get 4 left in total, so there's chances for the Red Sox. But it could be pretty sweet to do it here with how well this team is playing.
The umpires are not loved here in Toronto this series because of what has happened here, specifically the ground ball that Springer hit over the third base bag that was ruled foul in the opener. They are greeted with boos, and they say hello to Ramon Vasquez, who brings out the lineup card. The Red Sox getting fired up in their dugout, and we're fired up for Mike to tell us tonight's starting lineups.
We always are. Time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet tonight's players. First for the Red Sox and Alex Cora. Sox with a record of 87-71, game number 159. Jarren Duran leads off in left field. Trevor Story bats second and short. Alex Bregman has been heating up. He's at third in the 3 spot in the lineup. Will told you about Masataka Yoshida. He's the cleanup hitter again and DHs. Romy Gonzalez bats 5th and plays 2nd. Cedar Rafaela plays center and bats 6th. Nathaniel Lowe is at first base in the 7th spot. Rob Refsnyder gets a start in right field and bats 8th with no Wilyer Abreu in the starting lineup. And Connor Wong does the catching for Brian Bayo and bats 9th, working in tandem with Brian Bayo, who will face this lineup for Blue Jays manager John Schneider and Toronto. George Springer's had a whale of a season. He leads off in DHs. Nathan Lucas bats 2nd in right field. A struggling Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bats 3rd and plays 1st. Addison Barger is the cleanup hitter at 3rd. Left fielder Anthony Santander, just coming back to health from a shoulder problem. He bats 5th. Dalton Varsho's in center, batting 6th. Ernie Clement, man 2nd. He bats 7th. Andres Jimenez is in the 8th spot at shortstop. And catcher Tyler Heineman bats 9th for Toronto. Louis Varland is on the mound, going through his warm-up tosses in this bullpen game for the Blue Jays. Those are your Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So here we go. Red Sox with a chance to punch a ticket. The magic number dwindled to 1 last night with the way things shook out in Sacramento after the Red Sox got the win here 7-1, thanks in large part to Garrett Crochet. Another big swing from Carlos Narvaez. And now, in game number 159, the opportunity looms for the Red Sox to punch a ticket to the postseason here tonight. The roof is open. Jarren Duran is in the left-hand box, and we are ready for baseball. To the microphone, here's the voice of the Red Sox for the play-by-play, Will Fleming.
Awesome to be here with you, Mike, on this night. The Red Sox 1 win away from getting into the playoff dance. Here's Jarren Duran. Varland winds, he throws, and Jarren takes a strike right on the outside corner. And we're underway. 7:07 p.m., 68 degrees, a little muggy tonight. Duran comes in to the left-handed batter's box with a .257 average. The pitch is looped on the left field side. Back on it is the third baseman Barger. The shortstop Jimenez with 1 foot on the outfield grass is there to make the play. Duran is out number 1. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. Louis Varland came over at the deadline for the Blue Jays. Part of the fire sale the Twins held, emptying out their bullpen. The Blue Jays had a surplus of pitching a couple weeks ago. Now they are so thin. Here's Trevor Story, who takes a fastball inside for ball 1. This was scheduled to be a Shane Bieber start, but John Schneider trying to save him for later. The 1-0 is down and away. They're tied are the Blue Jays with the Yankees atop the AL East. They do have the tiebreaker. 2 balls and no strikes to Story. 1 out, top 1. Here it is. Trevor takes just on the outside corner strike. Mike Muszlinski's got the plate. Scott Berry at first. Doug Eddings at second. The crew chief and Gabe Morales is the third base umpire. 2-1 to Story. What a year he's had. Pitch is low with a fastball. 25 homers, 95 driven in. You'd love to see him have a little surge to the finish line and get it into triple digits. The RBI column, a good hitter's count here, 3-1. Pitch, swing and a foul. A little late on a fastball. And it is 3-2. Varland pitched in the opener, scoreless inning with a walk and a strikeout. He's had the 4th most appearances in the American League, 72. He's a ground ball machine, is Louis Varland. He steps off. His Story readjusts the batting gloves. Vladdy at first. Clement the second baseman. Jimenez at short with Barger at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trevor Story. He leans back a little bit. Taps that left toe, and the payoff pitch is ripped high and deep into right field. Back on it, Lucas on the run at the warning track. He's there to make the play. And a deep fly ball out for Story. They're 2 down.
Really nice swing from Trevor Story, again with 2 strikes, and it was 2-strike offense for the Red Sox in the first inning last night that got things going in a major way against Max Scherzer, who did not have it. The Red Sox looked great against him early in that game, and it continues to be good swings from Story.
John Schneider continues to preach calm for these Blue Jays as Alex Bregman stands in and takes a ball outside with a fastball. He said last night, it feels like the sky is falling. It's bleeping not. I want our guys to come out and have fun. Easy for him to say. They've dropped a 5-game division lead in 8 days. 1-0. Bregman takes a strike. Fastball at the bottom of the zone.
That's what you have to say. But, man, how things have changed for them. They're having different conversations about pitching plans going forward. First time there's been a tie atop the division since July 2nd.
1-1 to Bregman is low. He checks his swing at a curveball, one of Varland's many weapons. Tigers are in Cleveland trying to avoid a sweep. And they lead 3-1 in the top of the 3rd inning. What a run the Guardians have been on. 2-1 to Bregman, the pitch. Swing and a foul. He was tuned up there for a fastball. Just a little tardy. And again, Cleveland has moved ahead by a game and essentially 2 with the tiebreaker in that Central.
Tigers have dropped 20 of 27.
Amazing. 2-2 to Bregman. Varland throws. Alex swings and misses. He strikes out. Well, the Red Sox go down in order in the top of the first. Big-time stuff coming up for Brian Bayo. When we return to Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
There we go with Brian Bayo. Bottom of the first. Sox did not score in the top half, and it'll be George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. against the wobbling Bayo. First pitch is a strike. Fastball, 96 miles an hour on the inside corner. It's 0-1. He's made 4 starts in September, and it's not gone well. 1-2 with a ERA almost of 6. 0-1 to Springer, who's been red hot and has owned Bayo. He swings and fouls one into the glove of Connor Wong, who's now Bayo's everyday catcher. Had a good start at 0-2. Springer is 10 of 28 with a homer against Bayo. In his career, it's just not been really good against these Blue Jays. 10 starts and a ERA against them that is higher than almost any opponent in the league. The 0-2 is fouled on the third base side. 5.36 ERA in those 10 starts, and maybe most alarming of all, a lot of extra base hits and walks. He's ahead of Springer. 0-2. He's got 30 homers and 80 driven in. He's been fiery in this series. 0-2. Bayo throws, and a slider misses badly. Inside, almost hit him, and it's 1-2.
Big thing to watch with Brian Bayo tonight is how much is he in the strike zone. The strike throwing, as Alex Cora told you pregame, is dropped off from Brian Bayo, and that's what powered his success for a few months this year.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bayo at the letters. He comes home. Springer swings and grounds one toward third. Foul. Well, that was definitely foul. Fans here booing. The one on Tuesday night looked a lot more over the bag than that one. That was so clearly out of play. And Scott Barry, who's at first base tonight, laughing about it. I'm glad he's got a sense of humor. They've got long memories here in Toronto. 1-2 to Springer. Tone-setting bottom of the first for Bayo. He sets, he throws, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Cut fastball. Beauty. Springer gone, and there's one away. This is the 100th appearance of Bello's career. 97th start. And these are why they extended him. He has just been fabulous all season long. But not only tonight, the importance is so clear, but you like him to build some momentum toward what will almost certainly be a start in Game 2 of the playoffs. Here's Nathan Lucas. Pitch is a little bit outside. The fastball 1-0.
Yeah, let's not lose sight of the fact that Brian Bello is top 10 in the American League in ERA. Like, you're right. I mean, he's had so many great moments this season, and for a few months he was awesome before it flipped to September.
Strike throwing the key. 1-0. Bregman in at third. The pitch is not a strike. It's outside. And it's 2-0. Nathaniel Lowe is at first. Romy at second. Story the shortstop with Bregman at third. In the outfield, Cedon is, as always, spinning his glove around. Shaded towards left with Duran in left and Refsnyder in right. 2-0 to Lucas. Pitch is a strike. Cutter on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Lucas, 11 homers, 61 driven in, an OPS 714, which is just right around league average. 2-1. Bello is ready. Pitch is right there. Excellent sinker, and it's 2-2.
Right now, Bello is landing his fastball, both the four-seamer and the sinker, in the zone. I'm so curious to see how he fares against these lefties. 4 lefties, 2 switch hitters for the Jays.
2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him on a slider in the dirt. So back-to-back punch-outs for Bello. And they're 2 down. I mean, he's been really good against them this year. Lefty's batting .234. Did Lucas foul that ball? I guess so. Wow. I didn't see that.
I didn't think so, but that is what they're saying. And now Alex Cora is, I believe, giving an earful to the home plate umpire right now.
Well, they didn't even know about it. They didn't even assume it, and they took too long to talk to Mike Brenly. I don't think that was a foul ball at all.
I don't think so either.
We'll see. 2-2. Ramon Vasquez looks furious in the dugout. They don't think it hit the bat at all. 2-2. There it is. And it's looped down the left field line. Foul. Another play. Well, obviously you want to put Lucas away, but it will cost him some extra pitches too here. Crochet all smiles in the dugout. He's got a Red Bull in hand. I don't think he'll need that energy tonight, but it's earned whatever he wants tonight and beyond. 2-2, 1 down, scoreless in the first inning. Pitch is rocketed high and deep into right field. This thing is crushed. It's at the wall, and it is off the track. A 2-hopper picked up by Refsnyder. Lucas rounds second. He heads for third. And after a blown call at the plate, it's a 1-out triple. And that was a fastball center cut, and it got hammered.
Well, it's only 2 extra pitches, but obviously 3 bases of damage there that come back to really hurt Brian Bello. And I go back to what we both said. I don't think Nathan Lucas got a piece of what was a breaking ball in the dirt that late they deemed that it was fouled.
All right, here's Vladdy, who's been cool in this series. The pitch is grounded back under the glove of Bello, picked by Gonzalez at second. He throws to first in time with Bello on his knees. Good thing he did not deflect that. Guerrero is out, and they're 2 away.
I mean, that's an easy way to discard Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a sinker that just kept running in on his hands. Vladdy slammed his bat about halfway up the first base line. He has really struggled here, not just in this series. He's 6 for his last 39 now, and part of the reason the Blue Jays are reeling.
Yep, 0 for 7 in the series. And it really is a good thing Bello's instincts didn't allow him to contact that ball. It would have scored a run. Here's Addison Barger with 2 down. And a runner at third. The pitch is grounded to second. Romy to his left has it. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Red Sox overcome a missed call, and we go to the second inning, scoreless in Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Masataka Yoshida to lead it off in the top of the second. Scoreless in Toronto. Darkening skies. Pitch to Massa. Red hot is a strike on the outside corner. Blue Jays already have more activity. Going in their bullpen, Eric Lauer, who's expected to go for a little while today. He's up and throwing. 0-1 to Massa. Big homer last night here. He drives one high into left center field. Racing in and to his left is Santander is out there. Make the grab. Speed report brought to you by Verizon. Not much speed on display there by Santander. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. Here now, Romy, who's 8 for his last 17 with 4 walks, 4 driven in, and a couple doubles. He's been fabulous. Right-handed hitter. Takes outside curveball from Varland, 1-0. I thought that was important for Bayo to respond the way that he did.
Yeah, very nice. 2 weak ground balls.
1-0. Romy swings and misses full badly. They're flat-footed, swinging a slider. It is 1-1. Well, they are underway in New York, and the Yankees have the bases loaded with nobody out against the White Sox in the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Dodgers won earlier to clinch their 12th NL West championship in 13 years as Romy takes low, 2-1.
That's preposterous when you put it that way. We do know we're going to have Padres-Cubs as a wild card series. We just don't know where it's going to be played.
This should be fun. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball blown by him. It seems like it's quite likely these two teams could match up back here next week in a wild card round. Especially if the Yankees keep on blasting away. 2-2 pitch. Romy swings and misses. He's gone. Varland looking really good. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Second strikeout and 2 quick outs. Herb Chambers' batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Toyota of Auburn and Toyota of Boston. So here now, Cedon. Really showing some signs of turning a corner at the plate. Right on right, he swings and misses at a curveball. And it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's hit safely in 5 straight. He's 9 for his last 19 with 3 doubles in that stretch. Couple hits yesterday plus a walk late.
A lot of it the other way, too. 0-1. Swinging a soft ground ball on the third base side, foul. And out of play. So quickly 0-2. Told you about the Subaru of New England scoreboard. all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And while you're looking for new cars, might as well go shopping at Shaw's and Star Market, because fresh, sweet, and delicious mandarins are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Pick up 2-pound bags of Cuties and Signature Select California mandarins, $2.97 each when you use the digital coupon limit 2. 0-2. 2 down, bases empty. Rafaela back into the right-handed box. Varland looking very sharp to pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. He blew the Red Sox away there in the second. Good curveball. Inning over. Bottom 2. Bayo back to the mound. No score on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Anthony Santander, who just returned a day ago, is into the left-handed batter's box to begin things in the bottom of the second inning. We're scoreless, Sox and Jays. The pitch from Bayo. A little bit outside. Sinker, and it's 1-0. The Yankees have a 1-0 lead over the White Sox. Noelvi Marte made a game-saving and maybe season-saving grab earlier today for the Cincinnati Reds. 1-0 to Santander is down and in. They are half a game back now of the New York Mets with the tiebreaker for the wild card. Marte, with 1 out in the 9th inning, leapt over the right field wall and robbed a game-tying home run. Huge win for the Reds. 2-0. Swing and a miss. That was a good cut fastball. Bayo is falling behind hitters too much early. That's a strike there on Santander. Orioles walked it off 6-5 in their final home game over the Tampa Bay Rays, who will be here this weekend. 2-1 is right there. Fastball 95, a challenge pitch, and it's 2-2. Santander against Bayo, 2 for 14 with a couple strikeouts. Really a scuffling offensive year for him, as Santander had something fly into his eye. He steps out. $176 with 6 homers and 18 driven in. Really a signing that's just not worked out for the Blue Jays. 2-2. Here's the pitch. And it is low. And outside, a change up, and the count is full.
Again, lefties are so interesting for Bayo tonight, because in September, I think part of his struggles outside of throwing strikes, the four-seamer and the cutter have been hit a lot harder than they were earlier in the year.
3-2. Here it is. And a hot shot into right field, a base hit. Sinker, and Santander is aboard. So, Blue Jays with their second hit. It's a leadoff single for Santander. And that'll bring up Dalton Varsho. 7th batter of the game, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney. For over 30 years, you've been hurt in a car or work accident. Get Glassman, all 7s after 6-1-7. 1 on, none out. Here's the left-handed hitting Varsho. 233, but he does have 19 homers, and he looks at a cutter from Bayo that misses outside. I mean, Bayo, this is his 28th start of the season. A little delayed beginning for him, and boy, did he take off running. A career season for him in so many ways. 1-0. That's right there. Fastball strike, and it's 1-1. This is a guy who almost never allowed 3 or more runs, and he's done that now in 4 straight. It's so many brilliant nights on the mound. We could use one tonight. 1-1 to Varsho. He throws, and a high pop-up on the infield. Bayo pointing sky high. In comes Pregame, and Alex is there to make the play. I don't know that it's all that tough a sky right now. It is certainly past twilight, trending to darkness. Pregame is laughing as he goes back to his spot at third base. He was back at it today, Alex, thank goodness. Posting the movie clips on Instagram. It was Inglourious Bastards today. Brad Pitt, so good in that movie. I love that he's embraced it. He missed one, and the Red Sox lost the finale in Tampa. He's not made that mistake since. Here's Ernie Clement. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch. Strike. I like that they all kind of have the same theme. Like, come and get it.
Here we go. They're 4-0 when he posts them on his Instagram pregame. The town's my personal favorite.
Yeah, that was really
what he's
good.
Gone to so far.
Yeah. I mean, obvious synergies there. 0-1. Pitch. High fly into center field. Showdown's got a beat on it. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down. Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher this year, $50 donated to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella's here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good.
You mentioned for Bayo 100 career appearances now. He debuted in 22. Like, we think of him as having been around now for a while. We've watched him grow. We've watched him mature this year. Last time they were in the playoffs, he hadn't even come up yet.
Trying to end that drought tonight. 2 down. Here's Andres Jimenez, who takes the ball down and in. Sinker. That didn't act much like a sinker. Almost like a cut fastball, but it was 96, the 2-seamer. Big miss, and it's 1-0. I don't remember all that many first pitch strikes tonight from Bayo. So far, he's worked around it. 1-0 is a chopper to first, handled by Lowe. He says to Bayo, I need you to come with me. You can never ask me about it. We're going to go hurt some people. We go to the 3rd inning. Red Sox and the Jays tied, scoreless, in fact, on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
DSW, birthplace of the humble brag. Here, the shoes are so good, no one would ever know how little you paid, if you didn't go telling everyone, that is. And with never-ending options for every style, mood, and occasion, all at really great prices, we'll definitely give you something to brag about. So go ahead, stock up on fresh sneakers from your favorite brands, or try those boots you always secretly knew you could pull off. Find the shoes that get you, at prices that get your budget, at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
Once upon an office so dreary, Wendy's HR presentation made everyone weary.
Was it a bore?
A snore. Could have used more charm, for sure.
That's it?
Wendy opened Canva, looking ecstatic. She began to work her magic.
Docs, prints, presentations galore. All in one design, not dull anymore.
The next day, Wendy wowed the crowd. They clapped loud.
I feel so proud.
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at Canva.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go into the third inning. Red Sox and the Blue Jays. No score as of yet. Eric Lauer, the left-hander's on out of John Schneider's bullpen. He'll see Nathaniel Lowe, Refsnyder, and Wong in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree and Ford of Westboro. Lauer didn't quite get the PitchCom transponder right. He's got one now. And actually, he's one of these guys who might call his own pitches. He claps it onto his belt. And a man who would definitely call his own pitches, now here for the play-by-play, is Mike.
I would love to. Just overhand curveball, overhand curveball, overhand curveball from a left-hand slot. And that's what Eric Lauer is, a lefty, 30-year-old, 6'3". And before he goes to work, now Tyler Heineman's in discussion with the home plate umpire, Mike McClinsky here, and John Schneider comes out to discuss as well. And it's, I think, related to the pitch clock. And
he's probably going to call a ball.
Yeah. And the PitchCom technology. John Schneider is pointing at his left temple, and an automatic ball apparently has been assessed on Eric Lauer.
I think he's basically saying, I'm handcuffed. I can't do anything about it. The problem is he had a finger hidden behind the mask.
Yeah.
But it's 1-0.
On the video board, they do put up a ball here. And I think you should call that. How many times do we see a PitchCom delay when a new guy takes over or before the first pitch of an inning? Here's Nathaniel Lowe, first pitch. He swings and he fouls it back, and on the first pitch, it's now 1-1 on Lowe.
I think the main point is it can happen, and that's okay. You just have to notice it and alert the umpires sooner.
Right, and if it genuinely happened with some sort of malfunction, all right, fine, alert him and we'll fix it. No score, third inning, the 1-1. Lowe swings and he reaches out and pokes one in the air to left. Anthony Santander drifts back. He lines it up and makes the catch. And there's one away to begin the Red Sox third. So 7-8-9 this inning against Lauer in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Ford of Braintree, and Ford of Westboro. 7 up, 7 down for Red Sox hitters so far. Louis Varland was awesome. 6 up, 6 down, punched out 3 on 23 pitches. Here's Rob Refsnyder, who gets the start and faces the lefty in Lauer right here. Lauer made a bunch of starts this season on in relief, and his pitch is a cutter for a strike to Refsnyder. No score, third inning. 4 games to go in the regular season for the Red Sox, and the magic number is 1. Base is empty. Lauer goes into the windup in the 0-1. Refsnyder swings and he skies one to right center. Medium depth. Nathan Lucas drifts over from right, and he makes the catch hat high. The 2 fly ball outs for Red Sox hitters so far, and 2 down with the bases empty and no score in the third. Third inning is brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Here's Connor Wong, the bearded backstop, again doing the catching for Brian Bayo, as he's done over these last number of months. First pitch. Lauer lands a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 on Wong. Bayo tonight after Crochet yesterday was fabulous. Alex Cora said afterward, every 5 days it feels like it's win day. 0-1 fastball misses in, a ball and a strike. And that gets us to our New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. At Sox Booth on Twitter. What chances do you give Crochet to win the Cy Young over Tarek Skubal? The 1-1. Wong swings and he pops one up foul out of play near the first base dugout, 1 and 2.
Sportsbooks don't seem to give him much of a chance, which I just don't understand at all. I don't.
It's like minus 20,000, I think, for Tarek Skubal.
And why? Just ERA, that's it?
Your options are, again, at Sox Booth on Twitter, for Crochet. Very high chance, moderately high chance, slim chance, or no chance. We'll check back in the 7th. Right now, scoreless in the 3rd, the 1-2. And Wong takes down and away 2-2. Lauer's a guy we told you who's made 15 starts this year, 100 innings for the one-time first-round pick, and a 3.32 ERA. Again, we might see like 7 pitchers tonight for Toronto. A lot of lefties, a lot of righties, might just ping-pong back and forth. Red Sox have 3 lefties in the lineup and then 6 righties like Wong. 2-2. Wong swings and he skies one foul out of play into the right field corner. Crochet was just fabulous yesterday. Dominant and efficient at the same time to cap his regular season. Baseball's leader in innings pitched and strikeouts, and a 7-1 win for the Red Sox. Base is empty for him here in the third, and the pitch is cut on and missed, and Wong strikes out on a cutter up, and the inning's over. 9 up, 9 down for the Red Sox so far. We hit the middle of the third in Toronto, and no score on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
DSW, birthplace of the humble brag. Here, the shoes are so good, no one would ever know how little you paid, if you didn't go telling everyone, that is. And with never-ending options for every style, mood, and occasion, all at really great prices, we'll definitely give you something to brag about. So go ahead, stock up on fresh sneakers from your favorite brands, or try those boots you always secretly knew you could pull off. Find the shoes that get you, at prices that get your budget, at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
Ice, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Once upon a dismal day, Bob's ice cream van looked gloomy and gray. Although he had big ambitions, his socials lacked creative vision.
That bad?
Maybe vamp it up a tad?
I have an idea.
Bob launched Canva and got into gear.
Create the video in the vampire theme and make it the funniest SME.
It went viral. Bob's business, a revival. Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Win and in for the Red Sox tonight. Right now they're scoreless as we start the bottom of the third. Tyler Heineman's in the left-hand box. Switch hitter against Brian Bayo, whose first pitch fastball misses up, ball 1. 9-1-2 for Toronto in the Herb Chambers batting order. Heineman to be followed by George Springer and Nathan Lucas. 2 Blue Jays base runners so far, the only 2 combined in this game. Bayo's 1-0. This is outside with a cutter, 2-0. It's at least 3 earned runs in 4 straight starts, as Will told you, for Brian Bayo. And only 1 time in those 4 starts has Bayo gone 6 innings. The righty's 2-0. Swinging a pop-up foul over the third base dugout, 2-1. Bayo, after his last one, a rather short start at Fenway last Thursday against the A's, said, "I've just got to be better, plain and simple." It was 4 innings, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. And a quick hook from Alex Cora. 2-1. Heineman swings and he chops one left side. Bregman was in the third baseman gloves, and he throws out Heineman. And there's 1 away to begin the bottom of the third. Our league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James. Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. At Drains by James, they give a poop about your pipes. Told you Bayo 9th in the American League in ERA, coming in at 3.34. Second look at George Springer, who he punched out his first time with a cutter. First pitch here is a check swing, and Springer went around. Would have been a strike anyway. Bottom of the zone with a breaking ball, 0-1. First time through, I'd say it looks pretty good from Brian Bayo. He's been around the zone for the most part, especially with his fastballs. The 0-1. Springer takes down a sinker just beneath the zone. A ball and a strike. It's been a great resurgent season for George Springer. 5th in all of baseball in OPS. He bats with 1 out, no one on, and no score in the bottom of the third. The 1-1. Fastball misses just down again from Bayo. 2-1. 35 pitches for Bayo, with the roof opened here at Rogers Center for the first time in this 3-game series. Darkness descends outside the ballpark. Bayo kicks and deals. Springer takes high. Fastball misses up, and now it's 3-1. And Bayo trying to find the zone right after we had said that with the fastball. In the month of September, Bayo's only been in the strike zone 44% of the time. A few months before, it was 50%. 3-1 is cut on and miss. Really good cutter darting away from Springer in the right-hand box. And the count's full. The cutters looked very good for Brian Bayo. It's been moving both horizontally and dropping. Here's his 3-2. And Springer takes just outside ball 4. Bayo thought he might have landed a fastball to his glove side, but Springer spits on it. And a 1-out base runner for Toronto and Bayo's first walk of the night. So with no score, Blue Jays have a man aboard for Nathan Lucas, who had the triple to right center his first time after he probably got helped out by a missed foul tip call, or a foul tip call that didn't appear to be. First pitch. It's a fastball hummed in for a strike at 96, 0-1. Bayo did a really nice job responding after that. Got Vladdy to ground out to second on the first pitch, and then quickly got Addison Barger to ground out to second as well. Bayo sets chest high. His 0-1. Swinging a line shot to left field. Struck well. Duran goes back onto the warning track and makes the catch up near the wall in the corner. 2 down. Springer retreats to first, and that was a hot shot off the bat of Nathan Lucas the opposite way. But Jarren Duran tracks it down, and there's 2 gone. Hey, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Red Sox, providing first aid at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Well, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Told he rolled out to second his first time on the 1 pitch he saw. First pitch here is outside ball 1. No score, bottom of the 3rd inning, north of the border. Guerrero, 23 home runs this year, 83 driven in, but scuffling recently. He's only 6 for his last 39. Man aboard at first. Bayo's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Really good cutter beneath the zone. Had Vladdy out in front, and it's a ball and a strike. Of course, this Toronto team and offense is really missing Bo Bichette on the injured list. And Vladdy has been scuffling with Bichette out. Bayo's 1-1. Outside with a sweeper. Not close, and it's 2-1 on Guerrero. The Red Sox have certainly tamed in this series. A deep breath for Guerrero as he lumbers back into the right-hand box. Bayo brings the white ball into the light brown mitt, chest high. 2-1. Swinging a bouncer toward the mound over Bayo's head. Story charges, bare hands. He throws, not in time. Guerrero beats it out, and the inning continues. Springer moves up to second. A do-or-die play for Trevor Story with the bare hand. And he nearly got Guerrero. Boy, that hopped incessantly towards Story. Bayo left it for his shortstop. And that was a real tough play to make.
Just a slight hesitation, too, off the bat. I think Trevor thought maybe it'd be right to Bayo, and then he broke in. It was almost wonderful.
And now this will prompt a visit from Red Sox pitching coach Andrew Bailey. So, traffic. First time there have been 2 aboard for Toronto in this game against Bayo. Second time through the lineup. We've got no score in the bottom of the 3rd, and the cleanup man, Addison Barger, coming up. Of course, Bayo's done such a good job, as all our listeners know this season, of handling his emotions better this year. That's a big part of his maturity. But Alex Cora did say that in the last one at Fenway, exactly 1 week ago, maybe got a little bit more emotional against the A's in that one. I like the body language so far from Brian Bayo. Quick visit from Andrew Bailey, and now Bayo's ready to attack the left-hand hitting Addison Barger, who rolled out to second his first time to end the first inning. He left a man at third. First and second here in the third. First pitch is down, ball one with a cutter. Will told you Brian Bayo consistently has been falling behind hitters so far tonight. He's 45 pitches into his outing. The 1-0. Barger takes just off the edge with a cutter that might have clipped the zone. Bayo kind of shakes his head in frustration as he gets the baseball back from Wong. And it's 2-0. Springer's at second, Guerrero's at first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Bayo goes to the back of the mound, cleans the cleats, adjusts the cap, and now climbs back atop the rubber. 3-0 with 2 aboard and no score in the third. Here's the pitch. Barger takes inside and low, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the inning for Brian Bayo, and Toronto's got the bases loaded. For Anthony Santander, switch hitter from the left side who smoked a single off of Bayo's sinker his first time in the second. And it gets noisier here at Rogers Center. First pitch. Fastball pumped in, center cut with a sinker for strike 1. Santander just back. Second game in the lineup from a shoulder problem that affected his right-hand swing more than this side, more than his left-hand swing. 0-1. Santander swings and he laces one down the right field line, hooking toward the pole, and that is foul. Santander just missed a line drive, would-be grand slam, but that was just foul into the corner. Wow.
Like 3 feet. I thought it was going to stay fair almost the whole way.
There's a standing room only perch out there in right field. Well populated ahead of the postseason, and that was landing on it just to the right of the pole. 0-2 with the bases loaded. Bayo deals, and that's in the dirt, and Wong smothers it to keep Springer at third.
Well, this is where, you know, there were parts of this season where the changeup came back and was such a weapon. He has not had that pitch at all tonight. He's not thrown it really. And I mean, against a left-hander like this, that used to be his superpower.
Bayo has been throwing it more in September, and he's been throwing it to great success. Went to a breaking ball there. Maybe the changeup here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, no score. Bayo's 1-2. Is strike 3 called. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Freezes Santander, and Bayo leads the bases loaded to finish the third. No score in Toronto. Red Sox and Blue Jays on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Once upon a mundane morning, Barb's day got busy without warning. A realtor in need of an open house sign. No, 50 of them, and designed before 9.
My head hurts.
Any mighty tools to help with this plight?
Aha!
Barb made her move. She opened Canva and got in the groove.
Bulk creating Canva sheets. Create 50 signs fit for suburban streets.
Done in a click, all complete.
Sweet!
Now, imagine what your dreams can become when you put imagination to work at canva.com.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
The fourth inning begins with no score, and the first pitch from Eric Lauer is strike one to Jarren Duran. Top of the Red Sox order in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Chevrolet of Danvers. And a big exhale on that swing from Anthony Santander. 0-1. Duran swings and he pops it foul behind the plate, 0-2. And then Bayo made an awesome pitch, a four-seam fastball inside toward that left-hand box to Santander to freeze him and punch him out and leave the bases loaded. Big-time stuff for Brian Bayo, who has not had the best command so far, but this game remains scoreless. Jarren right now in an 0 for 11, trying to get aboard to start this fourth inning. Maybe the last inning for Lauer. 0-2 is high with a fastball 1-2. Jarren popped to short his first time. He got all fastballs from Louis Varland on this bullpen day for the Blue Jays. Lefty on lefty for Duran, the 1-2. Breaking ball misses in. The fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. 2-2 pitch. Duran swings and he lines one foul into the third base netting. Still 2-2. Can the Red Sox get something going here? They have not had a base runner yet. First time through the order. Jarren bends back as always in the left-hand box. 2-2 again. He swings and he pops one up. Again to the left side of the diamond, this time at the third baseman, Addison Barger, who crosses into foul ground and makes the catch. And there is one away to begin the fourth inning. Nobody on it. Here comes Trevor Story. Put a good swing on it his first time and lined out to right field. No score in this finale here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Will told you 25 home runs, 95 driven in for Trevor Story, who's not played in the postseason since 2018. First pitch is swung on and lifted down the right field line, but that fades foul into the corner. 0-1 on Trevor. He went to the playoffs a couple of times early in his career when he was 24 and 25 with Colorado. In 17 and then, again in 18. And not since. Would be fun to watch him on the postseason stage. No score, fourth inning. Lauer's 0-1. Story takes inside with a heater, 1-1. Infield plays the pull, and the outfield a couple of steps in that direction as well. Lauer winds and the 1-1. Story takes down. Good take on a changeup down and away. 2-1 the count on Trevor Story. Lauer wears a two-tone cap. He's into the wind, 2-1. Story swings, hits it hard on the ground at the shortstop, Jimenez, who gobbles it up. Throws out Story, and there's two away for the Red Sox here in the fourth. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
With Will Fleming, I'm Mike Monaco coming to you from Toronto. And here's Alex Bregman with no score in the fourth inning. First pitch, Bregman takes a ball up and away with a cutter to start. No base runners just yet for the Red Sox against this Toronto bullpen. Pete Walker, the pitching coach, in the third base dugout for the Jays is on the horn. 1-0. is a strike top of the zone. Bregman thought it was high, 1-1. You got Yariel Rodriguez, a right-hander, now starting to throw in the Blue Jays bullpen out in left field. Bregman punched out his first time. The 1-1 takes up and away with a curveball not close, 2-1. We're keeping tabs on the Subaru of New England scoreboard as well. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Bregman takes a fastball for a strike. Got a lot of the plate, 2-2. Tigers up 4-1 on the Guardians through 5 innings. And in the bottom of the third in the Bronx, it's the White Sox and the Yankees tied at 1. Again, the Yankees and Blue Jays are tied atop the division in the AL East. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Alex Bregman. Lauer deals. Bregman swings and he lines one to right field, but right at Lucas, who reaches up to make a 2-hand catch, coming at his head, and the inning is over. 4 innings without a Red Sox base runner so far. We go to the bottom of the 4th. There's no score in Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC. September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah. I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
4 games to go, including tonight in the regular season for the Red Sox. And here in Toronto, there's no score in the bottom of the 4th inning. And now Brian Bayo has a pitch comm issue.
Yeah, it wasn't in his hat. See, like that to me should be a violation too. He had it in his back pocket. You got to call it both ways. And come on.
Use a mound visit with Connor Wong instead. Get out of jail free card there. At the start of this bottom of the 4th inning, Red Sox do not have a base runner offensively so far, and then Brian Bayo is stranded 5. Left a man at 3rd in the 1st, man at 1st in the 2nd, and then left him loaded in the 3rd with that huge strikeout of Anthony Santander. Dalton Varsho leads off, left-hand hitting center fielder who popped to 3rd his first time. Bayo's first pitch is up and away, ball 1 with a breaking ball. So it's Varsho, Ernie Clement, and Andres Jimenez in the Herb Chambers batting order for the Blue Jays, whose offense has really dried up during this skid. Bayo's 1-0. Varsho swings and he pops one foul out of play, first base side into the seats. 1-1. It was a cutter from Bayo into the lefty. The cutter has been hit really hard this month. Bayo's given up a couple of home runs on the cutter here in September. He had only given up 3 homers on the cutter all season before that. But it's looked good tonight. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's a sweeper that ties up Varsho. 1-2. '28th start of the season for Brian Bayo. Here's his 1-2. Varsho takes outside. A changeup that was not close. A pitch that, again, Bello has not thrown very much here against Toronto so far, about halfway through his outing. 56 pitches for Bello. No score in the fourth. 2-2. Varsho swings and gets a piece of it foul right behind the plate on a backdoor breaking ball. Bello knew he had to be better today. Alex Cora said it's all about strike throwing. Pregame. A little extra rest for Brayan Bello coming into this one. Here comes the 2-2. Varsho takes strike three call. The fastball at the top of the zone locks up Varsho. Back-to-back Ks for Brayan Bello, and there's one gone in the bottom of the fourth inning. Very nicely done by Bello for his third strikeout. It brings up the right-hand hitting Ernie Clement, who flew to center his first time. This guy has made a lot of contributions to the Blue Jays team this year. First pitch, check swing and a roller foul right at home plate. Bello fools Clement. It's a cutter beneath the zone, and Bello's getting ahead. Lucas Giolito pitched the opener of this series on Tuesday, and then Garrett Crochet pitched yesterday for the Red Sox. And now Bello today. No score, fourth inning. 0-1. Swinging a roller to third at Pregame. He collects, shuffles his feet, and he throws out Clement at first. And there's two down. That was the 110th pitch of the game, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill is proud to be an official partner of the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Also good stuff from Brayan Bello, inducing some ground balls. He's done that throughout these first four innings. And now he faces the light-hitting, defensively inclined shortstop in the 8th spot for Toronto, Andres Jimenez, who rolled out to first his first time in the second. Bello exclusively out of the stretch as always. First pitch, fastball hummed in for a strike in 94. Better job getting ahead and attacking the zone here in this fourth inning. No score in Toronto. The 0-1. Jimenez swings and he rolls one gently at second, and Romy, who handles a late tricky hop, picks it up and he throws out Jimenez, and the inning's over. A 0-1-2-3 for the first time tonight for Brayan Bello. And we go to the fifth with no score. Red Sox and Blue Jays on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only two more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
A mochi moment from Tara, who writes, "For years, all my doctor said was eat less and move more, which never worked. But you know what does? The simple eating tips from my nutritionist at Mochi. And after losing over 30 pounds, I can say you're not just another GLP-1 source. You're a life source. Thanks, Tara. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Tara is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Masa Yoshida leads it off as we go to the 5th inning, and a curveball from Eric Lauer misses outside for ball 1. Just a lovely night in Toronto with the roof open. The Red Sox do not have a hit. They don't have a base runner. Masa trying to change that. He's been so hot and great against the Blue Jays in his career. Takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1. Almost 30 career games and a .357 average against the Jays. Having a big series here again. The 1-1 is a strike on the outside corner slider. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. White Sox and the Yankees tied at 1 in the top of the 4th inning. Guardians trailing the Tigers 4-1 halfway through the 6th. 1-2. Masa swings and grounds one under the feet of the pitcher. It almost hits the second base bag. It is gloved by the shortstop Jimenez. He throws to first in time. 1 away. So 13 hitters have come up and none yet has reached base. And I think John Schneider looking out to Lauer to make sure he didn't get clipped by that. He didn't. He's okay. And here's Romy Gonzalez. Mets in Chicago. What a game that is for them. They lead the Cubs 2-0. Again, a half-game lead over the Reds for the final wild card in the National League. Here's Romy. 1 down. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup. He was fooled badly there. And it is 0-1. He's not that happy with himself right now, Romy. What a year he's had. 308. Steady Eddie. A little bit more of an open stance than sometimes in the right-handed box. 0-1. Here it is. High with a fastball. Dodgers beat the D-backs 8-0. Yamamoto, who's been unreal, won his 12th game, beat Jalen Beeks, former Red Sox man. Astros over the A's 11-5. 1-1 to Romy, the pitch. Swinging a high pop into right field. Over to his left, Lucas, and about 10 feet in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. Nothing doing offensively so far for the Red Sox. And they're 2 down. It was about 2 weeks ago the Rangers couldn't lose. Felt like right now they'd be very much in the mix, but they fell apart. Their loss today. Texas is just a game above 500. You figure the injuries would catch up to them, and they have. Here's Cedon, who struck out his first time. 2 down, top 5. Pitch. High. Cutter. They very much play him to pull on the infield, way back on the left side. 1-0. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Very late on a fastball, and it's 1-1. The Red Sox have made the point over and over again. Cedon started to effectively go the other way a little bit more recently. No sign of that here. 1-1. Swing and a miss. There's a huge rip at a curveball, and it's 1-2. I can't remember a time the Red Sox offense has looked this much in neutral. Not a lot of good at-bats so far. I mean, there's been some loud outs. Bregman and Story in particular. But nothing doing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 down. There it is. High fly, foul. Out of play. Of course, the Red Sox trying to get to the playoffs for the first time since 21. It's amazing. The 3-year drought is tied for their longest in the wild card era. 1-2. Pitch in the dirt. I saw John Henry on the field before the game. He said it's been too long since we've been in the playoffs. He's here, along with Sam Kennedy, Mike Gordon, Craig Breslow. Hoping for a celebration tonight, but the offense has got to get going. 2-2. Flowers ready just above his belt. He winds. Here's the pitch. Cedon takes outside. Fastball, and it's 3-2. In their last 6 losses, the Jays offense has just been totally quieted, including the first 2 here. 3-2 to Cedon. Here it is. Swinging a line drive into right field, and at last, a diving attempt by Lucas. He takes away the Red Sox first hit. Wow. I thought that was headed for the turf. Cedon can't believe it, and a brilliant play by Lucas. Wow. Just got it off the turf. Halfway home, no score, no hits for the Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's Saturday Night Soccer. Get your tickets to see the New England Revolution take on Atlanta United FC September 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium.
This place a rock.
With the 2025 MLS regular season winding down, there are only 2 more chances to see the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium this season. RevolutionSoccer.net/tickets to see the Revs take on Atlanta United FC. Bring the energy, bring the passion, bring the noise, bring the fight.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tyler Heineman, 9-hole hitter to lead it off against Bayo. Has been good. Not as good as the Blue Jays bullpen arms, but still scoreless. 3 Blue Jay hits, the only ones in the game. Heineman, then Springer and Lucas in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Mini of Boston. The pitch to Heineman in there. Fastball. It's amazing how few changeups Bayo has thrown tonight. After his first 63 pitches now, 2 changeups. Now 3, I should say. 0-1. Hyman fouls it off. There was one. Successful, and it's 0-2.
I guess reserving it for the deeper you go and more times you go through. But, man, that pitch has been so good. I mean, Alex Cora always says it's not going to be the 40% that they thought it would be when he came up. But still, it's like, throw that thing a quarter of the time.
0-2 to Heineman. Bayo's ready. Pitch. Foul. Wow. Over the hand of Lucas Giolito, who may need to pitch Sunday. The Red Sox sure hope it won't come to that. It's going to be Connolly early on the mound. Kyle Harrison, too. And then maybe Giolito, but they would obviously far prefer to save him for the playoffs. Michael A. Taylor's hit a 2-run homer for the White Sox. 0-2. Fouled back. So Chicago leads New York 3-1. No interest to Blue Jays for sure. Code word of the game is strike 3. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. Bayo's seeking strike 3. The number 3 after the word strike. 0-2. Here it is. And it hits him. Total unforced error there. Fastball yanked inside. And so the leadoff man, Heineman, is aboard, inviting trouble because here's George Springer.
Yeah, that hurts. 0-2 to come inside with a sinker totally yanked right off the backside of Heineman.
There's the old Forrest Gump right there. Here now Springer. He's walked and struck out. Pitch. Ground ball caught by Bayo. He throws to second for 1. Romy relay over to first, 2. Double play. Springer was sauntering down the line. Nice reflexes there by Bayo. And they're 2 away.
Hot shot. It bounced right in front of home plate. Because of that, almost looked like Bayo caught it on a line, but handled that hop right at him on a sharp comebacker, and then Romy with good footwork, a little bit off balance, but made the throw nicely to first.
And I somehow called the play from almost the floor after I lowered my chair again in this booth as Nathan Lucas takes a pitch on the outside corner.
Well, how many times conservatively would you say you've done that across 3 games?
12?
That was the number I was going for, too.
My feet are too fidgety. It's not quite Joe Castig on the ground for the Benintendi catch in Houston, but I am like a foot beneath the mic. 0-1 is loop foul on the third base side. It's one, obviously people know it's one of those office chairs with a little adjustable arm on the side. And my long legs clip it sometimes, and in the middle of talking, I just go down like this.
I've done that on camera before, and it is silly looking.
0-2. Low. It's like the comedy bit where you're behind the couch and you act like you're going down an escalator or rowing. I could never do that. Mike Myers was so awesome at that, especially as Austin Powers.
Physical comedy?
Yeah. There's some physical things about me that are funny, just not intentionally so. 1-2. And time is called. Justin Wilson is up in the Red Sox bullpen. They're going for it here tonight. That tells you a lot. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. 1-2. 2 down. Bases clear. Pitch. High pop-up. Into center field. Cedon drifts in into the night sky. He is up and under it and makes the play. Inning over. By the way, Red Sox baseball and EI brought to you by our New England Ford dealers in the New England Edition F-150, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. To the 6th we go. Scoreless in Toronto, the Shaws. And Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of a cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The 6th inning starts in Toronto with ball 1 to Nathaniel Lowe from Eric Lauer with no score still. And the Red Sox do not have a base runner in this game. 7, 8, and 9. Lowe against Lauer, who came on in the 3rd inning. 1-0 is cut on and miss. Cutter top of the zone. So it's Lowe, Refsnyder, and Wong in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Vespa Boston. Lauer was in the starting rotation as recently as a month ago, end of August. So he was stretched out at that point, made 15 starts, but pitching in relief here recently over his last 5 outings. The 1-1. Lowe takes a strike. Slider down and away. 1-2 on Lowe, who flew to left his first time against Lauer back in the third inning. You've got the rally cardigan on.
You do.
Maybe it'll get us a base runner.
Anything.
1-2. Lowe takes up and away. 2-2 for Lauer.
William Bray's getting his wrist taped up in the Red Sox dugout, so you figure he may factor into this thing a little later.
You'd expect to see a righty next in Yariel Rodriguez from Toronto. 2-2. Lowe swings and misses and strikes out. And there is one away to begin the sixth inning with no score. And here comes John Schneider to make a move. It's about the end of the road for Eric Lauer, up above 40 pitches, as much as he has gone in the last few weeks. And he was awesome following Louis Varland on this bullpen day for the Blue Jays. Hands the baseball to his manager, and the Red Sox still do not have a base runner through 5 1/3. We've got no score, top of the sixth inning, Red Sox and Blue Jays on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make monthly costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Back in Toronto, top of the sixth inning, no score. Red Sox and Blue Jays with one out for the Red Sox and no one on against the new pitcher, Yariel Rodriguez. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. And Shaw's and Star Market have lowered hundreds of prices on the items you buy most, like boneless chicken breast, 2-liter Coca-Cola, avocados, snacks, and much more. Find new lower price tags aisle after aisle with full details at shaws.com/lower prices and starmarket.com/lower prices. So here's Rodriguez with one out and the bases empty for Rob Refsnyder, who does not get to see the lefty in Lauer again. Rob flew to right field his first time, and now he gets a guy in Rodriguez who's had a solid season. Fastball slider for the Cuban-born righty, and his first pitch is in for strike one with a backup breaking ball there, and it's 0-1 on Refsnyder. Red Sox trying to punch a ticket to the playoffs. White Sox still up 3-1 on the Yankees in the Bronx. Refsnyder takes down a slider that misses, 1-1. And still the Tigers 4 and the Guardians 1 through 6 innings in Cleveland. That game now in the 7th. The 1-1 pitch. Refsnyder rolls it foul right at home plate, and it's 1-2. Not been many stretches like this for this Red Sox offense. Their best contact has been some lineouts to right field. Story lined out to right in the first after he ran the count full. Bregman lined out to right, so did Sedan. The pitch is a breaking ball called strike 3 and a beauty from Yariel Rodriguez. Back-to-back strikeouts, and there's 2 away for the Red Sox with the bases empty still.
Well, they were going to use Abreu, had Refsnyder reach base. He had a bat and a helmet on, and then Alex Cora just said, 2 down, bases empty, we're going to wait.
Instead, they stay with Connor Wong, who struck out swinging his first time. Now gets the righty in Rodriguez. No score, 6th inning. First pitch, and Wong swings, and he rolls it to third, but a backhand pick by Barger, who was in, and he throws out Wong, and the inning's over. The Red Sox do not have a base runner through the first 6 innings. We go to the bottom of the 6th. No score in Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of a cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
This is the Blue Jays' longest perfect game bid since 2022. Red Sox without a base runner into the bottom of the 6th, and Brian Bayo's first pitch misses. Ball 1 to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No score last of the 6th. Bayo still out there. For a third look at Vladdy, the 1-0 is a fastball at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 1-1. Guerrero, Barger, and Santander in the Herb Chambers batting order for Toronto. Next pitch will be the 75th for Bayo. Justin Wilson is up. The 1-1. This is just down with a sinker, 2-1.
So Anthony Dominguez up for the Jays in their pen.
Figured he would come in for a high leverage pocket of righties, probably the Story and Bregman set, and that's what's coming in the 7th. 2-1. Guerrero swings and he rolls it foul down the third base line. 2-2.
Closing the roof. I guess rain is on the way.
And one part of the roof moves from center field and it swings around down the third base line to begin the process of closing up shop here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bayo deals, swinging a hard hit ground ball up the middle. Story gloves to his left, plants and throws to first. Wide throw, no tag applied, and Guerrero is on with his 2nd infield single in as many trips. And the Blue Jays have the leadoff man aboard as Trevor Story's throw was wide toward Nathaniel Lowe.
Well, I mean, something's going on with Trevor throwing the baseball. That's not a routine play, but he had plenty of time to set and throw, and another errant one that opens the gates a little bit.
I say infield single. I mean, it's a play that Story should make and probably will go as an error.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Addison Barger, and Bayo stays in. First pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Left-hand hitting Barger grounded to second and then walked in the third. It is indeed an error on Trevor Story. Alex Cora said the other day Story's timing has been off. Knows they gotta fix it headed toward the postseason. 1-0 is outside, 2-0 on Barger. You got Anthony Santander on deck, and he has had some great swings against Bayo tonight.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see him a third time. I really don't.
Spin him around for Wilson, have Santander hit from the right side, and that's the side of the plate where Santander has struggled more with his shoulder and coming back after a few months away due to injury. No score, bottom of the 6th inning here in Toronto. So an error on Story to begin this frame, and out 2-0 on Addison Barger. Bayo had settled in nicely in the 4th and in the 5th. Now is 2-0. Barger swings and misses. Bayo went to a 2-0 cutter, and Barger was totally thinking fastball. Wilson is ready in the right field Red Sox bullpen. 2-1. Outside with a sinker, 3-1. Barger had the walk. We told you in the 3rd last time against Bayo. Similar script here. 3-1. Barger takes outside, ball 4, and the Blue Jays have 2 on with nobody out. Anthony Santander is coming up. Bayo squats at the back of the mound, and no Alex Cora just yet.
I think it's coming. He's just on the phone to confirm. Wow. Went to the back of the dugout, hopped on the phone, and now he walks, grabs some paperwork to look things over in the dugout. So Bayo stays in against Santander. No score, bottom of the 6th inning, 2 on. First pitch comes inside and nearly hits Santander. Bayo somehow did not hit Santander with that fastball near the kneecap. Well, this is obviously a perilous moment. Feels very shaky for Bayo.
He's had 83 pitches. The Red Sox have not had a base runner through 6. And the Blue Jays are threatening again. Santander scorched a single his first time, narrowly missed a grand slam down the right field line in the 3rd. It was foul by a few feet. The 1-0. This is outside a cutter, 2-0.
Problem is now if he gives in, I mean, we've seen what Santander has done tonight.
At his best, a 40 home run type of hitter. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball foul up the first base line.
Good location there.
Bayo went to a sinker on the 2-0 and came in at the bottom of the zone. Bayo circles the mound, takes a deep breath, and now he'll ask for a new baseball.
I think if this were a playoff game, Bayo would definitely be out. They have some margin, a little wiggle room, and you do have, maybe more important games. So I can understand here in the 6th, riding of them for another hitter or so.
And not totally tax your bullpen. 1st and 2nd, nobody out, no score. 2-1. Swinging a roller foul right at home plate. Bayo came back with 2 challenge fastballs, and he landed those at the bottom of the zone.
Plus, I mean, this is your number 2 guy. And so maybe get those juices going a little bit. Simulate what might be a similarly huge moment in about 5 days.
Bayo's already pitched out of trouble earlier in this game. No score in the bottom of the 6th. You've got Guerrero at 2nd, Barger at 1st, and Bayo climbing up toward 90 pitches. All hard stuff here in this at-bat to Santander. Bayo's 2-2. Swinging a broken bat, roller foul up the third base line.
Well, cutter there that cut the bat in half. And they are doing, the Blue Jays, what the Red Sox and Yankees have done. Vladdy's is looking into Bayo's glove, and right before the pitch, he reaches out with his left hand in one of two directions. That time he reached back toward the second base bag, which must have indicated something to the hitter.
Vladdy's now over talking with Alex Bregman before he returns to second base while Santander gets a new bat. Well, massive spot in this game. Series finale in Toronto, and Brian Bayo laboring here in the bottom of the sixth. The Trevor Story error and then the walk to Addison Barger. Yeah, another lefty after this in Dalton Varsho. Then a righty, then a lefty in Toronto's lineup. Santander crouches back in the left-hand box. Bayo's ready with the chest high set. The kick and the 2-2. inside with a fastball that missed, and the count's full. Bayo tried to come in with the heater like he did to Santander in the third to freeze him. This could be it right here for Brian Bayo's night. First and second, nobody out with no score. 3-2. Hits Santander. A cutter off the right leg, and it loads the bases with nobody out for the Blue Jays. And now Alex Cora steps up. The first base dugout steps with the bases loaded, and Alex Cora will come and get Brian Bayo. Brian Bayo pitches into the sixth inning, has not allowed a run, but he will depart with the bases loaded and nobody out. Justin Wilson will come on to get the left-hand hitting Dalton Varsho when we come back to Rogers Center with no score in the bottom of the sixth on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Whether you're headed to Fenway, the beach, the mountains, or just cruising around Boston, it's always better in a Ford SUV. Like Ford Explorer, our most popular model with seating for 7. And check out Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, both equipped with GOAT modes to handle any kind of terrain you run into. Check out our whole family of award-winning SUVs at your New England Ford dealers, proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Justin Wilson comes on to get the left-hand hitting Dalton Varsho, who will bat for Toronto with no score in the bottom of the sixth, but Blue Jays have the bases loaded and nobody out. Meantime, on the Subaru of New England scoreboard, the Yankees have gone ahead in the bottom of the fifth inning on a bases-clearing double from Giancarlo Stanton, and the Yankees now have a 4-3 lead on the White Sox in the Bronx. Subaru of New England all-wheel drive-away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Well, big spot for Justin Wilson, who's pitched with so much traffic. He has inherited so many runners this season. He's been a workhorse for the Red Sox, but he's got the bases loaded here and nobody out. Dalton Varsho's 0 for 2 so far. A pop to third and then a strikeout looking, both times against Bayo. He goes 5+ innings, walked 3, hit 2, and exited with the game scoreless, but responsible for the bases loaded. Infield creeps in for the Red Sox. First pitch, and Varsho takes strike 1, dotted at the bottom of the zone in 94. Lefty here, righty on deck in Ernie Clement. And then a lefty in Andres Jimenez. Bayo relegated to watching. The 0-1. Varsho swings and he pops it up. Foul ground, and this drifts out of play beyond the on-deck circle near the Blue Jays dugout. 0-2. Who's on deck, by the way, brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Angsty game for the Red Sox. They haven't had a base runner, and now the Blue Jays for a second time have the bases loaded. Wilson's 0-2. Swinging a high fly ball, crushed to right field. Refsnyder turns around, back at the wall, and it is gone. A grand slam for Dalton Varsho into the bullpen, and the Blue Jays lead the Red Sox 4-0.
What a swing for the Blue Jays. Must feel like such a weight lifted for them. It's a shame in some ways that These runs are going to go to Bayo. The error that opened this inning, obviously, changed everything, but then he did walk one and hit one, and Wilson lately has had huge difficulty with inherited runners.
Fastball top of the zone, and Varsho pounded it. Now Ernie Clement, first pitch to the righty is high ball one. You said it, cathartic swing for the Blue Jays, who have been in a tailspin. But they lead 4-0. The 1-0. That's high. 2-0 to Clement. So moments after Giancarlo Stanton had come through and put the Yankees on top, the Blue Jays now have the lead. And again, those teams tied atop the division. Wilson's 2-0. Swing at a floater foul behind the plate. Yeah, the error from Trevor Story looms large. Yes, Brian Bayo did walk Addison Barger right after, but then he did get to 2 strikes on Anthony Santander. Some big misses, but he had Santander in a 2-strike count. 2-1. Fastball misses. 3-1 to Ernie Clement.
Well, it's amazing how quickly these things flip, because now if the Red Sox don't come back, they get 87 wins. The Tigers are leading the Guardians. They would have 86 wins coming. And, of course, then the second and third wild cards very much up in the air this weekend.
3-1 is swung on and lashed to center. Struck well. Rafaela sprints back onto the warning track and makes the catch as he ends up against the wall. First out in the bottom of the 6th. And, of course, those 3 games at Fenway over the weekend. Red Sox magic number is 1. Still so much to be sorted out on who faces who. That was hit hard by Clement. But the Red Sox do have the first out. Posted here in the bottom of the 6th. Now Andres Jimenez. First pitch. And the lefty takes a slider for strike 1. 4-0 Blue Jays. Bottom of the 6th. 0-1. Swinging a roller to first. Low. Can't get there. It's past him and down the right field line into the corner. Refsnyder over to get it as Jimenez digs to second, and he stops there with a 1-out stand-up double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Nathaniel Lowe could not get to it to his left. Crowd wanted Jimenez to dig for third. He settles for the double, and now Tyler Heineman comes up, and that'll spell the end for Justin Wilson. Give up the home run, the grand slam to Varsho, got a fly out to center, and then a pull side double from Andres Jimenez. And Alex Cora goes back to the pen. Red Sox trail Toronto 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th with 1 out on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Frustrating bottom of the 6th inning for the Red Sox as the Blue Jays have taken a 4-0 lead here in Toronto. And Zach Kelly comes on for the Sox. Third pitcher of the inning, and he will get the 9th spot in the lineup with the catcher for Toronto, Tyler Heineman. So again, you got the Tigers leading right now. Tigers have been scuffling so much. And then the Yankees have a 4-3 lead still on the White Sox in the Bronx in a game. It's also in the 6th inning. So Zach Kelly comes on. Andres Jimenez is at second. There's 1 out here. The Red Sox down by 4. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store or nissanusa.com today. The roof is now closed at Rogers Center, had been opened earlier, and now Kelly takes over. He's got a 4.68 ERA in 25 appearances. Heineman 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch his last time. First pitch is swung on and skied in the air to right center field. Rafaela backs up in right center. He lines it up, makes the catch, and no test from Andres Jimenez. 2 down. Again, the Red Sox will have the top of the order due for the 3rd time through in the 7th. Jaron Duran, Trevor Story, and Alex Bregman. Facing a bullpen day for Toronto. They don't have a base runner. And again, amazing to think of Detroit as well, who also had a bullpen day today. But they have a 4-2 lead through 8. First pitch is a cutter for strike 1 to George Springer. Springer a strikeout, a walk, and a comebacker double play ball at Brian Bayo in the 5th inning. Sox down 4. Zach Kelly's 0-1. Is a cutter that just misses beneath the zone, a ball and a strike. The Tigers tonight pieced things together. 5 different pitchers so far in that game. Blue Jays have a couple of righties up. The 1-1. That's a fastball for a strike, bottom of the zone, 1 and 2. Braden Fisher and Sir Anthony Dominguez are both up. John Schneider might probably go Fisher if they can add on here, and maybe Dominguez if it stays a 4-run game. 1-2. Springer swings and rolls it foul, third base line. Meantime, elsewhere in baseball, the Mets have a 6-1 lead on the Cubs through 4 innings at Wrigley Field. Francisco Lindor absolutely demolished a home run out of Wrigley to left field. He's got a 30-30 season with that swing. Man at second, 2 outs. Kelly's 1-2. Springer swings and he rolls another one foul, third base line.
But again, the waves of emotion this time of year, insane. I mean, the Reds almost get a game-tying home run. They make a catch. They're half the game back. The Mets on the brink of total collapse the other day, down 6-1. In Chicago, came all the way back to win that game. And now the Tigers, who are left for dead, they're winning a hugely important game for them.
Signs of life from Detroit. 1-2. Springer swings and pokes it foul behind the plate.
I mean, of course, the Astros win today. They're 85-74, so they would still have a huge uphill climb with just 3 to go. They finish at the LA Angels, Houston.
Red Sox down 4-0. Kelly's 1-2 again. Springer swings and he races one to deep right field. Ref Snyder goes back at the wall. He looks up and it's gone into the bullpen. Springer exults around first base with a 2-run shot to right. And it is 6-0 Blue Jays in the 6th. Well, 2 of the biggest swings of Toronto's season have come in this bottom of the 6th off Red Sox pitching. Springer dons the home run jacket, multicolored, as he steps back into the Toronto third base dugout. And now the 9th batter of the inning is Nathan Lucas, and he's in the left-hand box. First pitch, he swings and he fouls it back to the netting.
Well, remember, all these guys are vying for spots on the postseason roster if they get there, which they need to do first, obviously, but and Kelly very much in that conversation. I would think with people like Tolley and others as to whether or not they are going to be chosen to be on the 26.
Kelly's 0-1. Swinging a line shot to third right at Bregman, who catches on the line, and the inning is mercifully over. 2 big swings, 6 runs. It all started with the error. And Toronto leads 6-0 on the Red Sox through 6 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Oh, hey, love your shoes. If you're hearing this, this is your sign to try those on. Trust us, you can totally pull them off. In fact, try on every shoe here if you want. We won't stop you. In our house, you've got unlimited freedom to play. And hey, fall is the perfect season to do, wear, be whatever you want. And with tons of shoes that get you at prices that get your budget, we'll give you something to brag about. So go ahead, try them on. Let us surprise you.
So, I was just parking my car, and then I saw you. The gecko. Huge fan.
I'm always honored to meet fans out in the wild.
The honor is mine. I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app.
Well, the Geico app is top-notch.
I know you get asked this all the time, but could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, that means so much. Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
6 runs on a grand slam and a 2-run shot from Toronto in the bottom of the 6th inning, and we start the 7th with a new arm on for the Blue Jays. Braden Fisher comes on, the right-hander, to face the top of the Red Sox order. First pitch, Jarren Duran swings and he laces one into the gap in right center field, and that'll go all the way to the wall. Duran motors to second, and he stops there, and the Red Sox finally have a base runner. A first pitch bullet double to right center for Duran to get aboard to begin the 7th. Jumped on the first pitch fastball, and he stung that at 106 off his bat. Pretty important swing for Jarren as well, who had been hitless in his last dozen at-bats. And now here's Trevor Story in the 2 spot in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Pre-Owned Cars and Trucks. Chris Murphy is up in the Red Sox pen. First pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate with a slider. That double, by the way, means another double for diabetes and $50 to the American Diabetes Association. Brought to you in part by the Massachusetts Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org. The pitch. Story swings, and he pokes one on a line into center field, a base hit. Duran gets the wave around third, and he will score without a throw. And the Red Sox are promptly on the board here in the 7th. It's now 6-1. Nice job by Trevor Story, just reaching out and lining one gently into center. He's up to 96 RBIs now this season and scored Duran. Well, with those 2 more runs on the Springer home run the opposite way, John Schneider went to Fisher and not Sir Anthony Dominguez for this pocket in the Red Sox lineup. Here's Bregman. First pitch, sails high, ball 1. By the way, the drought continues for the Blue Jays. They have the 2nd longest active drought without a no-hitter. Their last one came in 1990. Cleveland has not had a no-hitter since 1981. And if you were wondering, there had never been, still has never been, a combined perfect game in baseball. Heineman out to visit with Fisher. So the Red Sox on the board, 6-1, top of the 7th. But staring down a scenario where if they can't come back, they would go back to Fenway, be in action tomorrow against Detroit, and try to clinch at home. Stories at first. The 1-0 to Bregman. He takes a strike, a slider at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. It's Kyle Harrison on the mound tomorrow for the Red Sox, and then Connolly early on Saturday. The Red Sox are hopeful of not using Lucas Giolito on Sunday. Righty on righty, 1-1. Bregman takes a strike. Right down the heart of the plate, 1-2. Casey Mize is slated to go tomorrow in the opener for the Tigers. He's got a 3.91 ERA this year. Red Sox down 6-1. 1-2. Bregman swings and he rolls it towards short. Jimenez up the middle, gloves. He flips to second for one. The turn and plenty of time for two from Clement. 6-4-3 and the base is wiped empty. And there's two away for the Red Sox here in the 7th. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Here's Masataka Yoshida in the first pitch, sails to the backstop, 1-0. With Will Fleming, Mike Monaco with you. Top 7, Red Sox down 6-1. Tonight's 7th inning is sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7-617-777-7777. 1-0 pitch. Yoshida takes down, 2-0. Fly out to left, ground out to short for Massa, who's got 4 straight multi-hit games. And the RBI double last night followed it up with a home run in the 5th. 2-0. Massa takes high, 3-0. Romy Gonzalez is on deck. They're going to the bottom of the 9th in Cleveland. Detroit trying to finish off a 4-2 game against the Guardians. 3-0 misses upstairs, ball 4. 4-pitch walk, and Massa is on for Romy. And still the Yankees 4 and the White Sox 3 in the bottom of the 6th, and the Yankees threatening to add more. Before Romy bats, John Schneider's going back to the bullpen. 4 batters for Fisher here in the top of the 7th, and he hands the baseball to his manager. Blue Jays 6, Red Sox 1. Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming on in the 7th on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Whether you're headed to Fenway, the beach, the mountains, or just cruising around Boston, it's always better in a Ford SUV. Like Ford Explorer, our most popular model with seating for 7. And check out Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, both equipped with GOAT modes to handle any kind of terrain you run into. Check out our whole family of award-winning SUVs at your New England Ford dealers, proud partner of the Boston Red Sox.
What is insurance? Insurance transfers certain risks between parties.
Without insurance, the economy would really stop.
In simple terms, insurance is like community.
It's protecting every last asset that somebody has built over a lifetime.
You're in it together.
You feel supported.
From the beginning to the end.
What insurance is just taking care of people. It's definitely a way of life.
Cross Insurance, our way of life since 1954.
Back in Toronto, top of the 7th, Red Sox down 6-1. They've got a man aboard and 2 outs, and Sir Anthony Dominguez comes on for the Blue Jays. Get up to $20 off groceries with every flu vaccination at Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy. Stay protected and safe because your health matters to us. Stop by your Shaw's Pharmacy or Star Market Pharmacy to get your free flu shot today. And complete terms and conditions. Well, frustrating night for the Red Sox and a frustrating bottom of the 6th in particular. 6th spot from the Blue Jays. The Red Sox to that point had not had a base runner. Signs of life from the offense here in the 7th. And now Dominguez comes on for Romy Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to right. First pitch is inside ball 1 at 96. Let's get to the results of our poll as well from the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Get a closer look at Chevy's award-winning lineup at your New England Chevy dealers. Find exciting offers too on the powerful Silverado and feature-packed all-new Equinox. The 1-0 outside. Question was at Sox Booth on Twitter, what chances do you give Garrett Crochet to win the AL Cy Young over Tarek Skubal? 38% say a moderately high chance. 37% say a slim chance, and only 16% say a very high chance. 2-0. Romy swings and misses. 2-1. I know you think that Skubal's scuffles earlier this week and what Crochet did yesterday play a big part in it.
I do. I mean, they're so close. It's kind of a coin toss. It seems like a very important thing to gauge it on.
Crochet was fabulous last night. 2-1. Romy takes a strike. 98 in. 2-2.
But Skubal's had an unbelievable season. I'm not diminishing anything he's done. The ERA, the WAR, all that stuff. But more innings, more strikeouts. Same team record. More wins, for whatever that's worth.
2-2. Romy takes outside.
To me, it's sort of like one that the odds are so slanted because of almost like predisposition coming in. That people think Skubal's just the best guy, so he should win.
And Skubal is slated to go Sunday for the regular season finale at Fenway. 3-2, runners off. The pitch is swung on and floated foul down the right field line, out of play.
Well, that's where, barring a comeback tonight, things get a little squirrely. I mean, look, the Astros, if they lose one of their last 3 games, you're still in. That could very easily happen. But it does then, if you don't again win tonight, puts a huge importance on the first 2 against the Tigers at home.
Again, as of right now, before the game's gone final in Cleveland, the Red Sox are 2 games ahead of the Tigers, but the Tigers have the tiebreaker on the Red Sox. And again, Detroit trying to finish that game off in the bottom of the 9th inning in Cleveland. Here in Toronto, it's 6-1 Blue Jays, top 7. Massa at first, ready to run on another 3-2. Romy swings and misses and strikes out, and the inning's over. Red Sox get a run, but they trail by 5 as we hit the stretch. In Toronto, on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you, from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you.
Ooh.
Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A pitching change and this slowdown in action brought to you by Iservay as we go to the bottom of the 7th and Chris Murphy comes on. Red Sox down 6-1 in Toronto. Murphy's got a 3.64 ERA in 21 appearances. He gets 3, 4, and 5 in the Herb Chambers batting order, starting with Guerrero. First pitch goes to the backstop, ball 1. So you got a game about to reach its conclusion in Cleveland. And indeed, the Tigers have finished it off 4-2 against the Guardians. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So now in the Central, the Tigers and the Guardians again, both 86 and 73. But again, with the wins already in this series, Cleveland has the season series on Detroit. The 1-1, swing and a miss, up the ladder at 96, 1-2.
Cleveland finishes with the Texas Rangers. Obviously, Detroit at Fenway. There's so many possibilities now of matchups.
Toronto, Seattle, and Cleveland entered the day as your division leaders. And then Yankees, Red Sox, Tigers in that order in the wild card spots. Murphy's 1-2. Guerrero swings and he pops it up. Shallow right field. Refsnyder coasts in, looks up at the roof and makes a two-hand catch, and there's one away. Yeah, so you could have the Yankees, of course, could finish ahead of the Blue Jays and grab that top seed. You got the Mariners only a game back of both of those teams at the start of the day. You could see the 6 teams ending up in just about any order. And again, 7 teams still in the mix, with the Astros clinging to some hope. Addison Barger takes strike one, a fastball at 97. Is there a team you would most want to see?
Sort of two different answers. One kind of emotionally, you'd love to play the Yankees, but that can wait.
Left on left, the 0-1 from Murphy. Fastball pumped in for a strike.
We've said it all week. I mean, look, without Bo Bichette, without Chris Bassett, in the first round, I think a matchup with this Blue Jay team would be welcome. Not nearly as much if you give them the bye and they go into the divisional round, because then they would have Bassett back and maybe even Bo Bichette.
2 glaring omissions from this team. 0-2. Breaking ball, buckles Barger, but called the ball, just missed in. 1-2.
And of course, I mean, the other answer is maybe you're about to play 6 games in a row against the Detroit Tigers. And if they need Skubal on Sunday.
1-2. Swing and a fly ball into center off the end of the bat at Cedon. He makes the catch, 2 down.
That gets interesting, too.
Red Sox down 6-1, bottom 7 here in Toronto. And Miles Straw bats.
But the thing, if you're thinking about it now, with the way the math is, it becomes very hard for the Red Sox actually to match up with the Tigers because they need to win games to get in, and that would put the Tigers beneath them and against the 3rd division winner.
First pitch to the righty Straws, up and away, ball 1.
Like the overwhelming odds, if the Red Sox do get in, which is super likely, is that they're going to play the team that, among the Yankees and Blue Jays, does not win the AL East.
Base is empty here, 2 down. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses. Yeah, so, I mean, let's say this game finishes the way it is right now. Red Sox would be a game ahead of the Tigers. Let's say the Red Sox take 2 of 3. You'd stay ahead of the Tigers. If they stay ahead of the Astros as well, then yeah, you get the Yankees or the Blue Jays in theory. 2-0. Fastball for a strike inside part of the plate.
But if they lose 2 of 3 to the Tigers and the Astros lose 1 game, the Red Sox get 1 to get in, then it's probably the Cleveland Guardians, which is interesting.
Here's the pitch. That's up high with a fastball. 3-1 on Straw.
Because the Tigers would then have 88 wins, so would the Red Sox, and the Tigers would have won the season series, and they would jump ahead of Boston.
And so in that scenario, the Red Sox would be in that last playoff spot, that last wild card. 3-1 is just outside, ball 4. Murphy walks Straw, a 2-out base runner for Toronto, up 6-1 on the Sox in the 7th.
But here's where it gets really interesting to me. I mean, the Tigers have saved Skubal in case they need him. But Seattle has 89 wins. The Yankees are about to have 91 wins. And so you're not going to get the bye if you're the Tigers or the Guardians. So at that point, wouldn't you rather save Skubal for the game 1 in a wild card series?
First pitch is swung on and lined into center by Dalton Varsho, a base hit. Straw stops at second, first and second for Toronto, with 2 down in the 7th.
Lots of decisions to make.
So it certainly seems, right, that your top 2 teams in the American League are either the Blue Jays or the Yankees, plus the Mariners. That seems likely, if not certain, at this point. And then you've got Cleveland and Detroit neck and neck. Each would have 3 games remaining to sort things out. And again, Cleveland's got the head-to-head on the Tigers. And the Astros still lurk as well.
They have to sweep, and the Tigers have to sweep for Houston to get in, though.
True. Here's Ernie Clements against Murphy. First pitch, breaking ball, bends in for strike 1.
So barring that absolute disaster, you're talking about knowing what teams are in. And there's just shuffling around for positioning and matchups.
The 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Behind home plate, Connor Wong goes over toward the third base on deck circle, and he makes the catch and handles his footing right by the bat in the on deck circle and the donut as well. And the inning is over. We go to the 8th inning in Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Red Sox 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because, let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or at DSW.com. Let us surprise you.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of a cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cedar Rafaela leads it off as we go to the top of the 8th. The pitch almost hits him from Sir Anthony Dominguez. Spinner, but did not. And it's 1-0. This game unraveled on Bayo and the bullpen. The Red Sox are talking to the video room to see if that clips Cedar. They will not look. Error, walk, hit batter, and then a grand slam. 6-1 right now. 1-0 to Cedar. Pitch, swing and a miss. A huge rip at a sweeper that was way inside. And it is 1-1. Rafaela struck out swinging his first time, then was robbed by a great play out in right field. Lucas took one away with a dive. 1-1. He bunts it on the third base side of its fair. It's beautiful and a hit. It is hooking, and it is just foul. Wow. Very close. I love it. I mean, it was deadened down the line. They just didn't put enough powder on the third base side. It took a roll off of the lip where the artificial turf meets the dirt here, and that's what yanked it outside the line. Should be part of his arsenal. And I mean, at this point, trailing by 5, it's good play. You need base runners. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. 1-2 to Rafaela. Lowe is out on deck. The pitch. Swinging a high fly into left field. Over to his left is Straw. And the J left fielder makes the play. One down. Herb Chambers batting order in this frame. Brought to you by Herb Chambers Sprinter vans of Somerville and Peabody. Well, Now one down for Nathaniel Lowe. Red Sox will have 3 cracks at Fenway to clinch. And again, if the Astros lose any of their 3 with the Angels, Boston is in. One down, here's Lowe. Pitch in the dirt. Curveball. 1-0. The Blue Jays do have more activity going in their bullpen. Left-hander is throwing. Brett Snyder out on deck. 1-0. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. What an essential win that is tonight for the Detroit Tigers. With the Astros winning today to get their 85th win, that is just so huge for them. 1-1. He's low. Riley Green hit a big homer, 4-2. So now the Tigers 86 and 73, a game ahead of Houston. Can you imagine if they got swept by the Guardians to fall basically out of the division, be done there, and be tied with Houston? 2-1 is way high into the backstop. 3-1.
That win is enormous for them, and they did it on a bullpen day, too. Melton gave him some length, 3 2/3 or 3+ at least out of the gates, but still.
Pitch to Lowe is ripped into left field, a base hit over the leap of Jimenez, a rocket hit. Now the Red Sox have a base runner with 1 down. Rob Refsnyder was going to hit, but instead he's pulled back for Abreu. You wonder whether John Schneider would counter here. He's got the lefty up and throwing in bullpen. 6-1. It's not an automatic pitching change. But then again, maybe he's just waiting for Abreu to be announced. He is. Well, here comes up. John Schneider, 1 foot on the top step of the dugout, is going to make the change. So, I mean, Alex Cora had to see that coming. He, in this spot, says, I'd rather see Abreu against a lefty than Refsnyder against Dominguez, and that's the matchup we will get when we return. 6-1, Blue Jays, Astros. We're going to check on the tiebreaker with the Guardians when we come back. Pitching change and slow down in the action brought to you by Izervay. Back to Toronto, 6-1 in the 8th. Jays lead on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the 48th year in a row, Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks. The trucks that move mountains also move boats, bricks, and 2x4s. Work days and weekends, job sites and campsites. F-150 and Super Duty never stop working, just like you. Ford F-Series, official truck of your Boston Red Sox, and America's #1 selling trucks for 48 years straight. It's a record that may never be broken. Until next year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connecticare plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything, from an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connecticare plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Brendan Little, the left-hander, is out of the Toronto bullpen, and the Red Sox have gone to another pinch hitter. With the roster where it is, they announced Abreu. He will not hit. He was used as a decoy, and now it's Nate Eaton against Little, which is for the 2nd time in this series and 77th time this year. He's got a 3.12 ERA, only 48 hits, 66 and a third innings. He has walked 43, but 88 strikeouts. That's amazing. And here now, Nate Eaton, who you'd have to figure has done enough these last couple of weeks to earn himself a spot on the postseason roster. I mean, really, you know, the Red Sox have to cut it back down to 26. One pitcher, one position player will go, and it seems pretty obvious that the last man to go off the roster as a position player is going to either be Eaton, Sogard, or David Hamilton. Here's Little facing Eaton. And he takes a pitch outside ball one. I think Eaton's defense and speed and versatility and the fact he's swinging a hot bat gives him a really good shot. Obviously, David Hamilton's speed late in a game is incredibly valuable. 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. The pitch is a strike. Fastball right on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. We looked it up. The Astros do not have the tiebreaker against either Detroit or the Guardians, so they are in a really tough spot. 1-1. Here's the pitch inside, and that means that tonight, after their win, the Astros were really hoping that the Guardians would sweep the Tigers. That's their best bet, that one of those teams just keeps falling. But now an extremely narrow path. 2-1 pitch. Eaton grounds it up the middle. It's going to be another double play. The second for 1. Over to first. 2. Is Lowe hurt? No, he just slid on the dirt to get out of the way of the throw. Frustrating night offensively and all around for the Red Sox. Bottom 8 next. 6-1 Blue Jays lead on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Oh, hey, love your shoes. If you're hearing this, this is your sign to try those on. Trust us, you can totally pull them off. In fact, try on every shoe here if you want. We won't stop you. In our house, you've got unlimited freedom to play. And hey, fall is the perfect season to do, wear, be whatever you want. And with tons of shoes that get you at prices that get your budget, we'll give you something to brag about. So go ahead, try them on. Let us surprise you.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do, give me the sunshine, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks iced energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks iced energy. Find it in stores or online today.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Andres Jimenez facing Chris Murphy. Bottom 8. Cue shot foul off the end of the bat. And it's strike 1. Jimenez is twice grounded out on the right side of the infield and doubled. Blue Jays 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 7 left, 1-3, 1-1. What a huge error it was for the Sox. Breaking ball from Murphy misses outside. Updated box score brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno in the Mass State Lottery. 18 years or older to play. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball. It'll be nerve-wracking, barring a major comeback tomorrow at Fenway, but in some ways, super fun to try to clinch at home in front of great Red Sox fan base that has been so awesome of late at Fenway. They'll be ready to go tomorrow. 1-2 to Jimenez. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Good one from Murphy. I mean, the same conversation we had around Eaton, Hamilton, and Sogard absolutely applies to guys like Murphy, Kelly, Tolley. And Brennan Bernardino is pushing very hard. It seems like a long shot that he'd be ready, at least for the first round of the playoffs. But again, one of those guys has got to go. One down. Here's Heineman batting right, and he takes a ball down and in. 6-1 Blue Jays. Alex Cora was asked about it in his pregame presser today. He said, you watched me manage before in the playoffs. You know I'm going to use starters as relievers. 1-0 is a strike. It won't be Crochet and Bayo, but I think everything else is on the table. I do.
Well, and remember, the wild card series is so different, too. It's a 3-game series, and you might not even get to that third game. And so you structure your roster so differently.
Yep, 1-1. Fouled off.
I mean, you got Harrison and Early right now slotted into the last couple of spots. Early kind of the 4, Harrison the 5. Early, who has hardly pitched in the majors. Does he have a relief role?
I would think so. I mean, the stuff and the pitch abilities look so good. I think he's got to be on the roster.
I think so, too.
Now, Tolle is the really interesting one. Got the velocity up again last night. But can he throw enough strikes? 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Heineman. Murphy throws, and he misses down and in with a changeup.
So right now, what the roster is, 2 larger than what you would have in the playoffs. So, I mean, you're talking position player-wise for the likes of Hamilton, Eaton, Sogard, fighting for the last spot, and then pitchers as well.
2-2. Grounder foul outside of first. I mean, Chapman, Whitlock, Slayton, Matz, Wilson, Weissert, Locks. All of them.
And then it's...
And then you think, like you just said, I mean, I think Harrison and Early are in that bullpen group. So, who knows? 2-2. Liner foul outside of third.
I think because they're both lefties, I think that helps Zach Kelly's case.
Yep. You would think so. I mean, his stuff can be so electric, but again, strike throwing homers have been an issue for him at times, including tonight. 2-2. Wave is going at the Rogers Center. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good curveball in under the hands. And they're 2 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. The attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Get fresh hand-breaded tenders, sandwiches, and nuggets. Crispy Crunchy delivers. Find a location at crispycrunchy.com. They're 42,129 here. Now, they need Springer big time, the Blue Jays, in the next week or so. He and Guerrero, especially without Bichette, need to elevate. Pitch to George, who's had a marvelous year. Is a fastball up and in. Ball 1. Needless to say, all those decisions for Craig Breslow would be welcome. 1-0. Infield way back. Pitch low. Another curveball. 2-0.
You feel good about Harrison tomorrow with how he's looked in these 2 outings?
He's been very sharp. 2-0. Pitch. Strike. And, it's amazing when you think about it, how little we've talked about it. It's a testament to how well this season has gone overall. The Devers trade is really not a topic of conversation all that much. And yet there would be a hint of irony if the Red Sox clinch the playoffs with Harrison on the mound. 2-1. Murphy throws. Springer scalds one into deep center field. Cedon on the glide, though, in front of the track is there to make the play. And the inning is over. 6-1 Toronto. Red Sox need 5 to keep it going. 3 outs to play with in the top of the 9th in Toronto on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI. Red Sox.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all-time personal bests.
From building pillow forts to building a life.
For all the big and small moments that make up your whole world, DSW is there. And we've got just the shoes. Find a shoe for every you from brands you love at brag-worthy prices at your DSW store or DSW.com.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a dew.
Do the do.
Ooh, Gecko, I just love being able to file a claim in under 2 minutes with the Geico app. Could you sign it?
Sign what? The app? Yeah, sure.
Oh, it rubbed off the screen when I touched it. Could you sign it again?
Anything to help, I suppose.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
David Hamilton is going to pinch hit against the Blue Jay closer, Jeff Hoffman, who comes on. He's hitting for Wong. And it'll be Duran and Trevor Story. 6-1 Blue Jays. Hoffman, a huge acquisition. Started out tremendously for this right-hander. He's pitching for the 70th time. 32 of 39 in save attempts. It's been rocky for him lately. So here's the speedy David Hamilton. Pitch, swinging a foul. They made some defensive changes. The Blue Jays bring Kiner Falefa on to play second. And Clement moves from second to third, so Barger out defensively. What an interesting call it's going to be on this man. The Red Sox get into the playoffs 0-1. Pitch way outside. I mean, the speed is undeniable. He's got power. He can really jolt balls. He's just not seen a lot of the field. 1-1. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. I think the emergence of Nate Eaton is the most particular threat to Hamilton's spot, just because you could really, I think, just about trust him as much to steal a big base late in the game.
Hamilton is 22 for 28, but only 4 steals in the last month.
1-2. The pitch is inside. Did it hit him? He dances out of the way. It did not. And it is 2-2.
It's 4 for 6 stealing bases for David Hamilton. Flip side of that for Nate Eaton, 8 for 10 stealing bags. I mean, we know he can flat out fly. They've both had a moment or two they'd like back on the base paths as well.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Top 9, 5-run Blue Jay lead. Hoffman sets, he throws, and Hamilton takes strike 3 on the outside corner slider. He knew it. And there's one away. The Blue Jay bullpen overall is an enormous question mark going into the playoffs. And that is where there's just so much uncertainty around this team. Barrios went on the injured list today. They don't have Bassett, as we've told you. Here's Duran trying to build off a big swing last time. Takes a slider down and in for ball 1. And again, if they care about the division and the bye, are they going to really pitch Gossman on Sunday? What a risk that would be. 1-0. Pitch. Duran pops it foul on the third base side. Hoffman has run 4 straight without allowing a run. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. Got really ugly for him at the end of August. 3 blown saves in a row. 1-1 to Duran. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store at nissanusa.com today. So far, not at all the night the Red Sox thought they'd be having. 1-2 to Jarren Duran. 1 out, top 9. Pitch is inside. It hit him on the front foot. The Red Sox did not have a hit in this game through 6 innings. It was Duran's double. It was their first. Now he's aboard for Trevor Story.
And as far as Bo Bichette goes for Toronto, John Schneider said before the game there's no real change for Bichette. He said there's some progress. That calling it day to day, they think it's going in the right direction, but that's a huge question mark as well with his knee.
Yes, it is. And that's some of why they're desperate to get the bye, as the visit to the mound is going to come from Heineman. I mean, they had a 5-game lead a little more than a week ago on the New York Yankees, and things went totally haywire. At that time, they thought they had too many pitchers, and they put Bassett on the injured list. That's now a move they totally regret, because he'll be healthy enough and ready to go for what would be a wild card round, and they won't have his services. So it's really kind of a game of liar's dice for Mark Shapiro, Ross Atkins, all their front office, assuming they can stay tied with the Yankees and then win with the season series tiebreaker. I think they really would go for it with Gausman. The problem is if you lose that game, you are totally up against it in a wild card series. All right, here's Trevor with Duran at first and 1 down. The pitch, swinging a high pop-up on the right side. Kiner Falefa out, Lucas in, and the right fielder Nathan Lucas makes the play. And the Red Sox are down to their last out.
The other part of it is Jose Barrios today went on the injured list. John Schneider said it's an elbow problem he's been dealing with for a while. He's supposed to get an MRI earlier today. Blue Jays have major questions.
No Bassett, no Barrios. 2 down, top 9. Looking like the Red Sox will have to wait for another day to clinch. 6-1 Blue Jays. Here's Bregman, their last hope. Pitch is a strike. Fastball right there, 0-1. For the months of July and August, that's the sound that echoed through Rogers Center at all times. This was the hottest and best team in the game. 0-1 to Bregman. Pitch is just outside. A little high, actually, with a slider. And again, having said all that about the missing pieces, the Blue Jays just pray they can get some of them back and get this crowd involved in the divisional round. 1-1 to Bregman. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up straight back and out of play. And the Red Sox are down to their last strike. In the end, I guarantee you that what Alex Cora will say in the clubhouse after this one is, look, we just went to Tampa and Toronto and took 4 of 6 and got ourselves on the doorstep of the playoffs. And that is true. 1-2 to Bregman. Hoffman throws. Alex takes outside. For whatever reason, though, this will be the 9th time this season the Red Sox have had a chance to sweep a 3-game series and not done it, including often lately. Sacramento, Tampa. 2-2. Pitch. Bregman pops it foul, stays alive. And do it again, 2-2. Yoshida would be next. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, and a 6-1 Blue Jay lead. Hoffman at the belt. He throws. Bregman takes a ball. Fooled him badly there. Was a splitter, high and tight. And it's 3-2. Duran will be off for the pitch. Vladdy plays way behind him. 3-2. He is outside. He walked him. Well, Bregman keeps the game going. That's a pretty gutty at bat. So now 2-1 with 2 out for Yoshida. This is where that second homer to Springer really stands out. This could have been the tying run. The man who's been really great this week in Toronto, Yoshida.
And a guy in Hoffman who, you mentioned the struggles, the ups and downs for him this season. Hits a batter, walks a batter. I mean, they bring him in a 5-run game because you just have to win if you're Toronto, and also to get him a little work.
Here is Massa, 2-on, 2-out pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he went for it all there. Slider. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Massa has walked. He's 0 for 2 tonight. A massive homer in last night's ball game. 4 hits in the series. 0-1 the pitch. Outside. It is 1-1. One to Massa. Swinging a cue shot, the third base side. It's fair, and it's going to be an infield hit. Inside the bag, and the Red Sox, on a lucky bounce, will have the bases loaded with 2 outs for Romy Gonzalez.
Well. Yeah, cue shot off the end of the bat indeed from Massa. He was so out ahead of a pitch that was inside, tied him up. Toronto's pitching coach, Pete Walker, is going to visit here before Romy bats. And just like that, you got tying run to the on-deck circle.
That would be Cedon. You'll need Romy to keep this thing moving along. Yoshida drove in the first run yesterday and then had the massive swing in the 5th inning, a 2-run homer. They iced the game, the Red Sox, yesterday with a 3-run bomb by Narvaez. Here we go for Romy. It would be great to have a chance with the tying run at the plate. But first, it's to Romy. And tonight is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Bases loaded, 2 down, top 9. A 5-run Blue Jay lead. Red Sox fighting to the end. Pitch outside. Fastball, and it's 1-0. And in this spot, you do want Romy to kind of keyhole something. Be selective. 1-0. Hoffman throws. Romy takes way outside. A fastball not close. And it is 2-0. That'll get the Blue Jays bullpen stirring.
John Schneider's got to heat that thing up in a hurry out there. Mason Fluharty, the lefty, starts throwing.
2-0 to Romy. Pitch is swung on and popped up. Should end the game on the infield. Guerrero comes in. Everybody behind the mound. And it is caught by the shortstop Jimenez to end the game. The Red Sox load them in the 9th, but they will have to wait another day to clinch a playoff berth. 6-1 the final. The Blue Jays get a critical win, and the Sox very little going offensively. Bayo stumbled a little, and the bullpen gave it up here today. 6-1 Blue Jays. Nissan postgame show is next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
I've never felt like this before. It's like you just get me. I feel like my true self with you. Does that sound crazy? And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. Okay, that's it. I'm taking you home with me. I mean, you can't find shoes this good just anywhere. Find a shoe for every you, from brands you love, like Birkenstock, Nike, Adidas, and more at your DSW store or DSW.com.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This moment right now is the ideal time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me my good friends, give me a
Do the do.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
Six to 1, Blue Jays beat the Red Sox. Their playoff clinch will have to wait at least one more day. Dalton Varsho just got the Gatorade ice bath. He had the swing of the night and one of the swings of the season for the Blue Jays. Their offense had been so quiet really all week long, and that one swing was just enormous for them, a grand slam. And from there, the Blue Jays never looked back. The Red Sox have it all in front of them. They got 3 games with the Detroit Tigers as we kick off the Nissan postgame show. 3 cracks at it. Win 1, you're in. If the Astros lose 1 game, they're in. So it's still exceedingly likely the Red Sox will be in. The thing now, Mike, is that all kinds of possibilities are back in play because the Astros win, but they are so much on the margins of this. The fact that the Tigers avoid being swept by the Guardians, it's a huge win for them to steady things. And it does kind of reshuffle the possibilities of who you might play. I mean, the most important thing at the top is whether or not the Blue Jays or the Yankees win the American League East. But now, I mean, the Tigers, remember, swept the Red Sox in Detroit. So if they win 2 of 3 at Fenway Park, they will win the season series and the tiebreaker and be tied with the Red Sox and move past them in the wild card standings. Who knows what will happen in the AL Central? It's possible that, Cleveland could lose their series in LA and then things get totally wild. The Guardians still with a 1-game lead, which is essentially a 2-game lead because they have the tiebreaker with the Tigers. This is a lot to digest at once, but it matters. Unless the Guardians get swept, it's unlikely that the Tigers are going to pass them. That's just the way the math kind of works out. So to me, it looks like the most likely things are that the Red Sox are going to play the non-winner of the AL East, either the Yankees or the Blue Jays or the Detroit Tigers, again after this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. What we do know for sure, based on Detroit getting a win tonight, we know that the top 2 seeds are Seattle and whoever wins the AL East. Yeah. That is locked in. That is guaranteed. There's no chance anyone else can get into that top 2. And from there, who knows? I think probably most likely you're getting one of Toronto or New York. I think that's probably what the numbers would tell you, that's most likely to get one of them. But who knows? It's pretty wild that it still has this much up in the air. Fact of the matter is this. You said it. Very, very likely the Red Sox are playing postseason baseball. Alex Cora is going to say what you assured us he will say. 4 of 6 on the road trip is great. With your season on the line, you had to play well against a Tampa team that